debatable.
We're getting close enough to the new year, you never know which year we're talking about.
Yeah. I'm sure our next game of this is going to end up being in 2024.
No!
Prove me wrong.
Don't you wish that on us. Don't you wish that on us.
I mean, 2 weeks from now is the 9th, and then 2 weeks after that is the 23rd, right before Christmas.
Yeah, but Christmas is on a Monday, so unless you're traveling.
Yep.
I guess that means I get that day off.
23rd is a Saturday, so yeah.
And I think everybody is here except Scott. Let me just Facebooking him a little while ago. Let me see if he is able to get on tonight. Because the poor guy's been sleeping a lot, but he needs it.
Yeah.
Is he doing okay?
He's just got some serious health issues going on. On the plus side, I got to see him at TusCon, like twice in passing. And his wife, Jackie, was doing a good job of making sure he went from, if you're not doing a panel or something, you're going back to the room to rest. Though I totally teased him that he should have been wearing a mask just in case. Not that I think anybody was really masking up much at TusCon.
Unless it was part of their cosplay.
Yeah, sadly, TusCon was cosplay super light this year. The fashion show had 3 people in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm going cleric priest. Okay, thanks for remembering that, David, because I sure as shit did not.
You didn't remember that
game that's replacing this one?
I know if I go back through our messages on Messenger, I'll see that. But I put 0 thought towards Starcana.
Remember, the Starcana is not replacing this one. It's replacing the Star Wars one.
Oh, right. Okay. So what is it? Which one's replacing this one?
Nothing is replacing this one because we haven't given enough. We haven't given enough love to this one to replace it. Is the problem?
Okay, I was hoping that was the case. Wasn't sure.
Yeah, so it's the other Saturdays.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes more sense now.
Alternate Saturdays to this.
So I'm gonna have both my Saturdays busy then. Oh crap.
But yeah, you're the cleric. I'm going the
paladin.
Yep.
I've given it very little thought thus far.
I've read about all the wars and treaties and betrayals and blowing up half the galaxy.
Speaking of this game, James, did you get a chance to look at the benchmarks on my bio? Because I think some of those either are in process or might have been checked off.
Yeah, they're definitely in process.
Roger, because I think there's more than one that applies in some of these cases. In this case, at least. Right on.
So is everybody ready? Does everybody have a beverage? Does everybody have delicious roasted and salted plantain chips?
No, I have delicious roasted and salted peanuts.
Believe it or not, salted plantain chips are really good for you.
Not really surprised.
And they're really tasty. Believe it or
will.
not, it comes out because they're plantains, not bananas. So it's a lot. It's just 20 grams of carbs and 0 sugars.
I mean, there's definitely not 0 sugars. The process of turning it from plantain into chip breaks down the starch into sugar.
Yeah.
Or added sugar.
And they have yet to screw with my blood sugar on the plus side.
There you go.
That's definitely a good thing.
And on Amazon Prime, you get like 3 big ass bags for like next to nothing. I mean, Amazon Prime's just trying to get my data so they can find out how much more they need to make.
Yeah.
So does everybody remember where they were 3 months ago? Sitting
In
behind
a
Roll20.
A very vague sort of way.
We're in the Imperium of Twilight Imperium. As you guys are a bunch of new Keleres sent to the planet of Harul's Truce. That's that little planet here. You're at the city-state that basically is the survival of the 3 races that crashed here thousands of years ago. You found, while exploring the city... I'm like checking to make sure it's the right map I'm putting you on. Exploring the city, you were ambushed by some strange Borg-like green-skinned guys who you believe, and you're 100% believing this, that it's the L1Z1X folks that turn them into Borgs and probably mental cybernetic butt monkeys. And you survive the ambush and track the strange signal to the frozen side of the planet, the dark side. Beep.
I do remember we shot the living shit out of them, yeah.
Yeah, and their reinforcements too. And you conveniently found a place to conceal your ship as you flew your craft over to here was the location where the signal was coming from, and you cleverly concealed your ship right outside the front door. And you did find the wreckage of another ship with footprints coming this way to the tunnel ahead of you. You guys managed to get to the structure. You know for a fact that it dates back to the Lennox Empire. As you guys made it in and managed to unlock the door with mechanics, not computers. As I'm totally looking back in the group chat to make sure that was the case. Yes.
It looks like there was mechanics and computers that went on.
There was. And apparently some practicing of melee just in case.
Scanning or something like that. I was trying to figure out the dice, the way the dice would work, given... Because was there a green one just hanging around in the pool?
There probably was. I mean, according to the roll I did today, it was a green and a purple.
That probably would be it then. Okay, because I was trying to figure out how to get the dice right. Now it makes sense.
Now you know why there was a purple in there too.
Indeed. So, real quick matter. Since our guy who's usually our doctor is not here, could I say have picked up a med pack or whatever it's called?
He would gladly loan it to you.
Okay.
Wait,
But
what do you mean we're down
your
a
medic,
medical person?
your medic is
Yeah,
with you.
I'm here.
It's the pilot that's not with you today.
Oh, I got okay.
Your
gotcha.
charming Percy
is
is not with us
Yeah,
today.
it's the face.
So
right, okay.
obviously, I'm sensing Percy is
got that
staying with your
backwards.
ride and protecting the ride. You know, in case you see any.
I can drive in a pinch. I mean, I got 4 green.
Yeah, same. We can work together.
I have 4 green. I can try.
I know flight. I mean, come on.
The phrase "how hard can it be" springs to mind.
I leave the driving to lesser minds. I've got more important things.
That sounds about right for Hylar.
That totally sounds like I'm in research. I don't have time for that lowbrow stuff.
So yeah, we were going somewhere on the planet, right? We were gonna go,
Yeah,
or
they've got
are we there?
Or-
Is this
You were
I
actually
think we
there.
just arrived.
Okay,
Last
there we
time
go.
you got there, and you basically managed to unlock the hatch.
Oh,
You
no,
know
we,
this is
just got inside, I think.
Yep. You totally know that this is a Letniv facility from the ancient empire. You know. It totally reads of it's been hiding on the frozen side of the planet forever, and just recently was untuned.
And we believe it's got a place to contact other dimensions / destroy planets.
Because you did realize that this planet does have a strange anomaly where it's picking up particles from the solar system here. And there's a strange pulsating energy wave coming from this facility that, according to your science guy, totally said that could be good enough to like blow a hole through a planet.
Yeah.
Or
Saying there's
weaponized.
something of a phenomena.
Phenomena.
Yeah.
Why did I know somebody was gonna?
Ba-did-it, ba-did-it,
And
And-
It's
not only
hard to resist.
not only can it blow a hole through a planet, but it could potentially disrupt hyperspace, which is really exciting to think about because that not you guys don't understand.
You're
You know,
right.
first it was cybernetic biological warfare. Now it's anti-hyperspace warfare.
Now he wants to break
Now,
hyperspace.
I have a quick question for our science guy
Yes.
/ Jim /
Oh.
So you figured out how to get the implant out of them. Say, like how to basically remove the implant. Are you able to do this and keep this? Oh, you are. You did it
Yeah,
once
we did.
before. How quickly do you think you can do that? Like, if I set a timer on you, how long would it take you to do that?
How long is
Wait,
brain
are you
surgery?
swordfishing me?
Am I what?
Wasn't Swordfish the movie where he had to? Anyway, Jim, how long does that take? Because
It
I
would.
believe I did it pretty quick.
It's basically brain surgery, but it will probably take time unless somebody gets a shitload of successes and is able to speed their way through the surgery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because like I would very much like to try free as many people as possible, not leave a lot of hats on the ground.
Oh yeah, I mean everybody who's got one of these implants
the
can
extent as
totally
possible.
be deborgified, you know.
Yeah, I just want to try to do that as much as possible.
I mean, until I stop learning, sure, but then it's just going to be boring.
Yeah, but if they've been borgified for years, I mean, I don't know. There's much left for them.
Never know till you know. Some of them are fairly new additions, like the scientist lady.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was definitely a recent convertee.
Yeah. Do we have all the correct characters out? Looks like, yeah.
I believe we do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Percy's
I was
going
to say everybody's able to touchy feely themselves, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, I think.
And remember, we're going 0 up to the 10. So when you take damage or strain, make sure you put the number and then the plus sign.
Yeah.
Okay. What the hell?
Yep.
Oh, speaking of which. Oh.
And I'm pretty sure you guys came in and took off your safety gear. wasn't quite sure, so I figured I'd ask before I assume.
I didn't take nothing off.
Same. You know what happens when you assume, though.
You mean you don't want to pull the Prometheus thing and take your helmets off as soon as possible?
I'm going to take my helmet off and gulp as much air as I possibly can in the next 30 seconds.
Hey, Jim,
Yeah?
I tried to sync with the GM and it says 00.
Currently it is 00. I have not added them on yet.
Okay.
I just recently cleared them.
Wow.
I wasn't sure how many
Nobody
people
gets a
were showing up.
Okay, no worries. Then
There's
yeah,
no story here.
I don't like to take anything off until I'm in the comfort of my own pool.
All right.
So as you guys basically come on in and let the door close, you feel a thrumming rumble through the very walls of this facility. You can't seem to quite make out a direction it's mostly coming from, but the whole facility is just thrumming with energy. There's a little static in the air. And anyone who wants to check, there is definitely an oxygen environment that's safe for all of you, including the aquatic member of the team. And Percy says, I'll keep the engine running and make sure nobody steals our ride. And Percy totally runs back to the ship to keep it secure.
Could he have someone stashed in his room?
Maybe.
Probably.
I mean, it is
Very
Percy.
likely.
Or should I say, Percy?
I don't think it was someone. I think it might have been someone's. Plural.
Right? So these are steps over here?
Those are steps, yep.
Yeah. Wow. The circle's like really slow.
Yeah, it's a little bit laggy, I noticed. I had to reset the API earlier today because when I jumped in and saw that Evan was here, I tried to roll some dice and nothing was rolling, so that's why you saw up in the chat there I fired off some one purple, one green shots just to make sure.
Pew, pew, pew.
So as you guys step in, you clearly see there's a little display terminal on the inside that matches the one that was on the outside here. And it's got the heavy duty doors over here and a hallway that definitely has some distance going around it. Remember, short is 6 squares. Anything beyond that is medium. I don't think we have quite to worry about long, but you never know.
Yeah, well, I suppose I'll stealth up to the corner and take a look.
So is anyone doing anything before he goes sneaking off?
Can I just do a quick vigilance or something like that before he does that?
I mean, what are you being vigilant for? What are you looking to do?
Well, you say that there's this thrumming that's going on.
Mm-hmm. The walls and ceiling are just boom, 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 boom.
Is it more of a feel or a sound?
It's more of a feel. Like the whole complex is definitely alive and operating. Whatever this complex is for, it's doing something.
Okay. So yeah, I kind of want to just sneak over a little closer to the hallway over here and give a listen, and give a listen, and then if it sounds like nobody's coming, I'll kind of peek my head around the corner.
So it sounds like both of you are sneaking off while the group is there.
I thought you were. Okay, my bad.
Whatever, go ahead.
You can both do it with the blue as you're just like trying to one up each other, and you remember you're a brand new team, so of course you both want to be the sneaky guy as you're fumbling over each other to be the sneaky one.
I didn't know you were doing a perception or anything like that.
Well, I
with
said
it.
I was gonna sneak over to the corner here, then
My bad.
do a
My
perception, but
My bad.
kinda,
Lead the way.
I
Lead the way.
figured it's easier to get there than perceive.
I mean, it's funny because I totally heard him say that, so I'm like, oh, you're just gonna one up him. I like that.
All right. Good point. Go.
I'm
Go
going to
ahead.
sit back and see who gets shot.
I mean, is there anything else you guys want to do before somebody goes sneaking off and starting things?
That was pretty much what I intended. I don't know about the others.
I want
Okay.
to sit here and appreciate the atmospheric music
I
coming
want to
from
look
the
at
walls.
the data screen and see if there's a way to disable the security alarms from it.
Well, technically, you don't think you tripped any alarms, so you don't think there's any on the facility. But
Okay.
So who wants to go first is the question.
Well, since Bird guy moved up there faster, let him go first.
Do you have the bow out?
Do you
I'm
guys want to
ready.
let the tech guy look at the console first? It's up to
You can
you
look
guys.
at it while we're
See if
sneaking.
there's a map or something useful.
Sure. Well, it'll take us a second to get over there, so.
Whichever.
Okay. So as our tech guru is jumping on over there, go ahead and give me your computers to see what you can see.
Okay.
As there's some weird creaking noise. I like that. Perfect timing.
I think that was okay.
Yeah. So you do bring up a basic schematic. It totally shows on this floor. It's a very small-ish area. There's this hallway. So when I ping, do you see my circles in the darkness? Okay. So
Where are
Just
you
because I
pinging?
happen to be scrolled up enough.
so
Oh, there you are, yeah.
this
Oh.
corridor basically goes up to a large area called device chamber,
Oh.
which has a massive control panel, some big fancy things. This direction, it is listed as living quarters through this door here. Above that is the observation chamber. And going down on the planet are miles and miles of machinery.
Interesting.
What would you
Okay.
like for your 2 advantage besides something I could tell you that would give you some good information?
Good information is probably the only thing I could think of is giving um one of the scouts blue for giving them a knowledge of the layout so that to help with their scheming. But I think your information would be more useful, so I'll go that way.
Okay, so with your success, you know that apparently you pull up the computer and you realize that most of the data of this facility has been purged. So you don't know like who built it, but one thing you definitely know is that no one has interacted with this facility in over 3,000 years.
Oh.
And the command code used to access this place belongs to a member of the L1X1. The login identification is 109.xy.
Um, 109.xy. Dot or dash?
Dot.
Dot. So login. Interesting. So
And
whoever's currently using it is not using it fully.
Yeah. Basically, whoever was here 3,000 years ago deleted a lot of the files, but they apparently are aware of the device and using it for its maybe intended purpose. And you also know that the device creates a concentrated stream of quantum mass particles that will travel from Herul's truce to a point of the user's choosing at a subliminal velocity, which would, from your previous stuff, that would cut an enormous swath of the galaxy out of hyperspace. As you are totally happy about this. You're like, my theory is correct. If we were to able to weaponize this properly, it could be used by the Keleres. Think about it. You could literally turn off someone's hyperspace. Think what that would do to them.
I don't know. It sounds like a bunch of gene sorcerer or magic or something.
No, it's science. It's
this is Imperium science and technology.
Yeah, okay.
And it's exciting.
Sure. Whatever you say.
And there's more uses than just the weaponizing. The weaponizing is just the tip of the iceberg. The things we could do with this.
Oh.
Weaponizing sounds good.
Yeah, what things can you do with this other than weaponizing? List the things.
List one thing.
Weaponizing.
Well, you can use it.
Can we do with it?
You can use it to punch a hole into another dimension, a parallel dimension, for observation and perhaps one-day travel.
That sounds like it's still absolutely going to be devastating like a weapon.
I mean, eventually, but how else do we learn?
By not killing everybody.
No, we don't kill everybody, obviously. We need people to cook and clean and stuff.
Wow.
Okay.
But the middle managers, we can kill all the middle managers.
Oh, well, absolutely.
Or we can just put them on a colony ship and then send them off into space and tell them that they're the most important, so they're going to...
And then punch a hole in hyperspace and send them through.
We basically don't need people with IQs between, like, 80 and 150. We don't need that group.
Wow.
Okay, thanks, Professor.
I mean, they are a virus, so, you know.
That's like 88% of the fucking population, Chris.
Yeah. No, again, the views of my character do not necessarily reflect.
He's very, very analytical.
We're a bunch of morons, according to him. So
we need the unintelligent to be taken advantage of, and we need the intelligent to make headway in the universe, and everyone in between just gets in the way and tries to keep us from reaching our potential. No offense.
None taken, not at all.
And while you guys are getting ready to stealth, because that's probably going to start some shit, do me a favor. And let's have, since he is super percepty, let's have Harag do a perception check.
That sounds good to me. Let me know when you're ready.
Go for it. There's a blue dice added there because, this place hasn't been touched for freaking ever.
Wow.
So, anything special for those 3 advantages, by the way?
So it's been 3,000 years since this panel's been interacted with. Is there any movement of dust or anything on the floor? Any tracks? Any movement that might have occurred in here?
Interesting that you asked that. It does look like the floor, both directions, seems to have a rushed movement that totally makes you, with your perception check there, think of military formations moving in a hurry, like a squad moving in quick succession in perfect unison. Went both directions and you definitely believe this door has been opened, as
Okay.
well as a group went this direction. And more importantly, you do find one set of footprints different from all the rest, and it looks to be like, about 8-ish plus went one way and 8-ish plus went the other way. That there's a deeper, more scuffy footprint of like metal on metal footprints that totally went this way.
Lovely. Well, I'm going to tell them that it looks like some kind of organized group has moved through here in recent memory.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
And the nice thing is there's a slight glow from the lights, so it's not dark, not spooky, scary dark.
It's just horror movie dark.
Exactly. With the occasional flutter of light, because that's what one does.
It's just lighting in a spaceship that has xenomorphs on it dark.
That's the best kind of dark.
Say, is there water dripping from the ceiling and walls?
And also, is it water?
Well, think about it. I mean, once the ice side of the planet was opened up to these hatches, think of all the moisture that blasted in. And it's like a solid 70 degrees in here, so there's instant condensation starting.
I've got my windshield wipers running.
Yeah, when's the last time you replaced them? You got streaks everywhere.
Whoever did that was a good sound effect.
Yeah.
All right. So are we still thinking moving yet, or?
So, do you guys still want to, as your friends have given you this information, are you guys going to teamwork stealth around the corner there?
Well, I mean, I don't know if the others want to come or not, but I mean,
Well, actually,
they're welcome.
I wanted to actually back up to a previous question asked because I didn't think of the question at the time. But these environmental suits we're wearing, do those have any effect on our movement or
Nope,
our coordination or anything like that?
They just keep you alive.
Okay, fair enough.
So you don't have to worry about being like turtles or anything like that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was worried about. All right, then. So, yeah, we can be stealthy. We can work together to be stealthy.
Okay, so you're working together. Is that giving you a blue or some other weird kooky combination?
I got 4
two
greens.
yellow. I got 2 yellow, 2 yellow, 2 green.
Okay, so I guess it'll be a blue if we're pairing up.
So the thrumming is giving you a blue on your sneakiness. Go for it.
I don't know if the others are following or not, but alright.
Remember, they're all doing their shtick.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I guess that was successful, huh?
that was definitely successful. Those blue dice loved you. Okay, so you guys are sneaking up to the corner. We'll totally say, since Turakar did that stealth check, does our super sneaky pirate want to do the perception check to peek around the corner?
I was kind of in more the vigilance mode, but yes.
Okay, I'll let you do vigilance.
Alrighty. Okie dokie. Did
use that 1 point already? Wow.
I'm seeing if I can motivate you to use some points.
Alright.
It's a much different balance from the salvage game.
So I will throw him an upgrade.
Ah, lovely.
An upgrade? How are you throwing him an upgrade?
5 advantage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, do you think I'm giving up 5 advantage?
Okay, so I got an
Just blew
upgrade in there.
You just blew like right past the advantage there.
I tried. I really tried.
And guess give him a blue too, because we snuck up
Ooh.
so well.
Sweet.
As you're totally there to pull his head back at a moment's notice. So I've got your blue, and your upgrade is he's going to peek around the corner, and you're totally going to pull him back last second and say, "No, don't do it."
Sound first, sight second, for the record.
Okay.
Oh.
As he's so busy closing his eyes and listening, because the flickering light's totally messing with him, right? As you totally get a glimpse of the doorway and realize that there's some more of those robed figures that definitely made you pull your head back real quick. As there was a large flash of electricity, like we're talking like strobe electrical flash, that must have hit just when you peeked around the corner, and you kind of like pull back and shake your head that you didn't really see much, but you have 3 advantage.
Well, first I would want to be sure that I wasn't seen. That was the main thing.
Okay, you were not seen.
And I think I will, with that 3 advantage, can I give the next person to try to be stealthy and upgrade for that too, because I kind of signal that there's people down there, so be real quiet.
Okay, you totally signaled you saw 4 of those cult guys, and shh. As everyone else down the hallway are like, "What are we shushing about?"
He's all waving his arms around like, "Whoa!"
Amongst my pirate crew, we use this hand signal.
The lights are still strobing as he's just waving his hands around. The fuck is he doing?
Okay, so top of the order. Are we needing a initiative here just
Why
to make
is he
sure?
dancing?
Use your words.
There's no base for me to drop.
Eats it. So go ahead and roll your vigilance.
I figured.
There.
It's like I knew that was coming.
Figure might as well get it out of the way, right?
Right? Helps if I go to the right place. There we go.
You know what's really nice is not having to click on a token.
Yes.
It's funny because everyone is unsuspecting. There's some noise in the rafters. Obviously, it's the place warming up and melting the ice.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, and the descending order automatically sorted correctly.
Sweet.
No way.
Nice.
Okay, so
Must be putting some work into this game.
top of the order, who's doing what? Do the folks in the rear want to sneak forward? Do the folks in the lead want to sneak up? Obviously, we know which guys are wanting some combat.
I would sure like to make sure that this door stays closed.
Do you have a way of doing that?
I have a Hylar.
But he can't get
And I have
fuck over here.
Here I was thinking you'd whip out a welding torch or something.
Unless he does oh yeah, because that's quiet. He'll have to take strain to get there and do something.
Hey, you totally could take 2 strain, do a double move, and do a computers on the door to see about sabotaging it.
Yeah.
Sure, I got nothing else to do with my strain. It's not like I'm gonna get anywhere near being injured.
Wow.
He has us lesser beings for that.
It's kind of his
Exactly.
job is to never get injured.
Emergency medical attention is meant for the lesser beings.
Yeah, I provide it. I don't need it.
Get over there and do your thing then.
So yeah, I'll get over to the door and do a computers to
Yep,
seal it.
but don't roll yet. Let me make your computers roll a lot easier.
Okay.
Okay,
Wait, you're
got
telling me you want to go to negative story points?
Okay. Easier for me or easier for you?
or easier to fail.
Well. Okay, here we go. Locking the doors.
Okay, so you're basically giving it an emergency access that there's a compromise of the system, something blah blah blah, and the door locks, and you hear the door make this magnetic vroom sound as the door seals itself, a la Star Trek Next Gen style, with this static field that locks the door together to protect all of the people in the living quarters from evacuation of atmosphere.
Exactly.
And I mean, I don't need to tell them it was successful because they should know I was doing it.
Wow.
Wow.
I love this character.
You're all going to die, and he's going to ask for your bodies.
Well, I mean, you're not using them anymore, right?
Jesus.
Would you like to
He's going
donate?
next, then. I mean, they still don't know we're here, so probably good for somebody to move up closer that might help with, like, combat or something.
I guess.
I like how he thinks someone has combat.
Do you want me to make a stealth roll in order to get up closer?
Yes, but give me just a moment.
With an advantage.
With a upgrade, you mean?
Oh, that's what I mean, with an upgrade.
Yeah, and he gets a blue dice because of the distractive thrumming, and the occasional zap of lightning. Go for it.
Occasional. Whoa!
What the what?
Oh,
Wow.
That's impressive, though.
I'm coming, guys! Be right there!
Totally doing a Bilbo
You'll never
Baggins to
know.
follow. So what would you like for those 4 advantages? Would you like to decrease the time it took to stay hidden?
Can I make it so they don't all come to check it out?
I will totally take that the linked cybernetic individuals will not all come looking at the same time when a single group unit can totally do the job.
Sweet. Cool. Great.
I mean, they'll still all see us, but only one will be able to act on it.
I'm going to go ahead and draw my gun.
Okay. And as you draw your gun, you trip. And obviously, remember we were talking about that condensation? There must have been like a slippery floor, and you're used to 0G with this gravity shit. Sometimes it gets you.
Yep.
So I use treads.
So much for nobody knowing that we're here. Maybe let their movement go past.
As you come sneaky, you hit that puddle, and you're like, whoa!
So, like, do you see how sneaky I was?
So sneaky. Well, it was because he was distracted looking back at his partner, making sure the door was sealed, and as soon as he got the mechanical thumbs up, he went running to catch up to you guys and hit that puddle, and whoop, right on his third point of contact.
Yep.
So immediately, two of these units in a very mechanical, Borgish, because it just is too good of a description, fashion, turn in unison and just totally walk to see what the distraction was. And I think that was 6. Yeah, they'll go that extra square just to clearly put them in the open. And
we all just grin at him like, hey.
No, see, we were stealthy. He wasn't.
True.
and
He's the distraction.
We're all
Pizza
stuck up
delivery
against the wall.
for Sid.
and sadly they don't have quick draw, and they're not going to take no strain because they ain't going out like that. And they immediately in unison lift up their hands with the very familiar hand weapons and totally brandish the integrated beam weapons that they have. And they kind of like point them in like this general direction. You're not quite sure which one of the three of you they're pointing at, but they do kind of in unison in creepy mechanical tones say that there are intruders in the facility. Possible Keleres agents from previous encounter, and they totally name the exact minute to the day that they encountered you in the alleyway. I mean, you thankfully know, looking at their faces, they are different, but you would swear you're getting deja vu. They're different height, different weight, different facial complexity, different looking mechanical parts, because they're mostly hidden, but there's a little exposed something. And immediately, they kind of like gesture back down the hallway here. And you hear a very loud snap of what you're assuming is these two doors here snapping shut. And possibly locking. Somebody's
Not
like...
problem. We got a Hylar.
Well, I mean, remember, the L1Z1X codes that were used actually are the facilities codes. So someone somewhere found a file on this place, in the L1 hive mind.
We got a Hylar.
Okay, so who's going next? Sneaky guys.
Hey.
You're not alone in the hallway now.
No. Yeah. No. I mean, I've got a weapon ready, so I'm gonna pop a shot.
Go for it.
Obviously threatening.
And if you kill him, then it makes it easier to get the spike out.
Yeah, they don't move around so much, right?
With his gun, killing's not really his thing. It's more ignoring the existence of armor.
As he puts a hole through them and the wall behind them.
And the wall behind that.
And we will go ahead and with the first guy, we're going to do painful blows. So when your character makes a combat check, you may voluntarily increase the difficulty by 1 to use the talent. If the target suffers 1 or more wounds, say from the combat check, the target suffers 2 strain each time they perform a maneuver.
Oof.
Until the end of the encounter.
Oof. Look at you trying to cut their pancreas out.
Pretty much.
And I recall your weapon ignores soak pretty much, right?
It's like Pierce 5.
It ignores a bunch.
A bunch.
Pierce 6.
That's a
it doesn't
lot.
do a lot of damage. It's only damage 1.
That's true.
Plus success.
Well, yeah. Are we ready?
Yep.
Short range, so,
Yep, it's 1 purple that you upgraded to 2 purple. Oh!
Wow.
Wow.
So, what's your damage there with Pierce 6? Jesus Christ.
Well, that would be 7.
As immediately, what does it look like when your arrow zips through one of the guys and takes him completely out? As you just go zip.
Yeah, it just like cuts right through his forehead.
Nice little sparking way.
And I'm the evil one.
Why, look,
Yes.
you found a way to take the
dropped
spike
him.
out too.
I dropped him painlessly and quickly. That's very humane.
You freed him from
The
his
bird.
tortured existence.
Mm-hmm.
And are you good with where you're standing? Any maneuver or anything like that?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. So you all see him put one down dead to rights with a single shot that just leaves a beautiful, clean hole through the head, and the shaft is sticking slightly out of the bulkhead in the wall.
I mean, I tried to do where he would die by just, strain, but oopsie.
Death by excruciating wounds, yeah.
Whoopsie.
Oopsie.
A little
It's
too
that-
precision, sorry.
It's that scene where Peter hits his shin and just keeps going, ah. Ooh.
I'm
You know.
sorry, I'm accidentally good.
Okay.
It's instinct, I just shot like I trained, and oopsie.
You sure do stink.
I'll quick draw, move over to here. I will
Pulling out
use
your
my
blades?
dual wielder talent to dual wield with, but decreasing the difficulty by 1, so essentially not increasing it by 1.
So just a standard 2 purple.
Just a standard 2 purple.
Okay. As he totally looks at you pulling out your twin blades and like, blades? That's illogical. We live in an age of science and range weaponry.
Alright, let's see if all that work I did with the...
Ain't letting them steal, bitch.
Damn.
God.
And
Alright.
what does it look like when you eviscerate this guy?
Well, you know what? I think I will inflict that as strain because I have that talent.
So what do you mean?
So I have a talent that can change, that I can inflict strain. I can make a melee attack, but do strain instead of wounds.
Now, does that have to be declared before you attack?
It doesn't say, actually.
What does it say?
It just says, when making melee checks, may inflict damage to strain instead of wounds. Does not ignore soak.
Okay, so you totally did.
Your call. I'll
Oh no,
make
yeah. I
sure
mean, if you want to
declare
do
in
it
the
with
future.
strain, I'll take that. That you basically blunt blade him to the ground, where you're pretty sure he's still breathing, but he is done. I mean, you whipped out the blade, did a kata, and you took the blunt of the blade to the back of his cranium to take him alive. And
Yep.
you can clearly see this door is closed and sealed, by the way.
Okay. We need our resident door opener come up here. So I'm
Wow.
gonna.
It's his turn.
Surgeon, war criminal, door opener, so many hats.
And also, when you get a chance, see if you can free this guy's mind. When you have a spare second.
I'd rather do that while the door's still closed.
That might be better. Well, I'll leave that one up to you.
I'm going to perform surgery here after you've given someone a concussion.
I work better not being shot at. It's just a quirk of mine. So I will try to remove the spike,
It's
which
a
should
form of
be
anesthesia.
super.
Concussion.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure. Why not?
exactly.
So can
somebody
you
hold
get
him down though.
Can you get from where you were to there in 2 moves?
Oh, well,
Yeah, it's a double move, right?
let's see.
Yeah, 2
Yeah.
moves.
Yeah, okay.
So 2 more
So,
strain as you
2
go
more
running
strain.
down the hallway,
Oops.
carefully stepping around the puddle and Harak on the
Yeah.
ground.
Yeah, because I can learn from others' mistakes.
Says the poor fish that's sweating in his jar. So don't forget your 2 strain, and are you attempting to
Yes.
medicine the data spike out?
Yes, I am. But
Okay.
it's easier because I've done it before under worse conditions.
Here in the middle of a courtyard with
Work
the
it.
guy having a knot in the back of his head. These conditions are much better than previously seen.
Oh, then wasn't there alarms going off and people shooting and stuff?
No,
Maybe not shooting yet.
I was
But
going to
there
say.
were alarms.
So you're dropping down to do emergency medical assistance.
Yes. But I don't think, since he's an enemy, he's not worth a story point because I don't really.
You've got them all, so
Yeah, I might as well because.
Oh, you beat me to. I was going
Oh.
to if you
Oh, I'm
didn't.
sorry. No, I do have a heart.
looks like you both did. So I'll give you one back.
Thanks.
Okay, so I've got your upgrade as you totally, catch him as he's falling to the ground and pull the hood back and see that this guy's got lots of cybernetic modification going on here.
Wow.
What the what? As immediately you're looking, and you totally look up at your friend and tisk him for doing so much software damage to the skull. With the blood getting in your way, you just can't seem to perform the surgery as easily as it was on a high roll. I mean, granted, on one of your own species, you did it really well, because you know where the important parts are.
Yeah, well, this one didn't have important parts.
So unfortunately, you are unable to disconnect this one from the hive mind at the moment. However, there is an intriguing amount of mechanical cybernetic wear in this body.
Yeah. Well, that's worth studying.
Obviously, it's genius high-roll design.
Clearly. I mean, look at this. Look at how it's integrated. And you see here where you gave him the concussion, kind of that area that's dented in. That's what's really causing the problem here.
He needs not forceps, but a pry bar to bend back the bent part.
It's clearly your fault, not mine, that it was unsuccessful.
Lucky for you, I've got a fry bar.
So who's going next?
So why? Wow, he does make mistakes.
This is going on your performance review.
I'll just move on up.
Okay, so one maneuver to get up and one to walk down the hallway to the sealed bulkhead there.
Yep.
Okay, some things are happening. Totally have some things happening. Other things are happening. That looks good. Yeah, that definitely looks good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That looked.
You'll enjoy it in a minute. Okay.
I'm sure.
So that leaves us our combat experts last, but not least.
I mean, I'd say least.
So with the fish tank guy.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
mean, no, I do appreciate. I would put the pilot least.
That's just because he's not here.
Well, yeah, but you guys at least keep me alive. I appreciate that. I may not
Trekar.
say it often, but
Or ever.
If you
Often
do
ever.
tap the door, you get a definitive on the lock.
I'm just getting up and positioned and ready.
I was gonna say, are you gonna try to shoot a peephole through the door?
No.
4 inches of solid depleted uranium. Blast right through it.
Pew! Okay, so that leaves us with our pirate. Are you gonna help the doctor remove the spike of the other one now lethally? Decisions.
That is a tough call.
Like I said, I've got a pry bar.
So,
I mean, how important to you is it that he lives? Because I can get it out.
Eventually.
I would say trying to do surgery on every single little flunky while they're alerted that we're here is probably not the smartest tactical idea.
you make a good point.
I mean, he is technically taken out at the moment, so you can always come back,
Right.
circle around later, and take care of that.
Exactly.
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna. Where's the door panel thing?
It's right there where that ping was, the first one.
The first one was okay.
Yeah. Up on the left-hand side.
Okay, so I'm gonna come on up over here, and I'm just gonna kind of take cover up in the up against the side of the door frame here in case it flies open and things start flying out of it.
Okay. You're hoping that little corner will give you some cover.
Hey, whatever it can give me, we'll just kind of duck back against it.
Okay, so top of the order, who's doing what?
Looking back at the highlighter like,
Okay, waiting on you now.
Wave, tap, tap.
So
They give you grief
time.
when you take life and bisect it. They give you grief when you try to save a life. There's no winning with these guys.
Well, if he had
What time-
succeeded, that would have been different.
well, if you hadn't damaged the merchant, the
See if it can handle the door.
yeah. See if a simple door might work, be able to be handled by you.
okay,
Damn,
well,
the bronze
if I'm
getting all
coming-
uppity on the brains.
if I'm coming back to fix this guy, I'm just gonna put a cloth over the hole. I'm not gonna close it.
Put a little hanky over the incision site.
Yeah, and come up. Is this where the door is? Where's the
It's
door
right.
side, there
It's
you
right
go.
there.
Right
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
You can take that square. That's a good one for you. Right out in the front. I like it.
That's where
Usually the
door
person
is.
who opens the door is going to be the one closest to it.
Wow, you said that with a smile. I could totally see your character smiling at that as well. If yeah, Doc, get right there in the front.
What did I ever do? Okay.
Lots and lots of things.
I got you covered. You're good.
Okay, I do trust you. I'm gonna open the door.
Man, you chuck one mind control device down the garbage disposal, and you're never trusted again. I'm probably the one you could trust the most because of that.
Whatever. Oh man.
And I was going to say, are you going to use your little guy? But I don't think a single blue dice from your little guy will help with that.
No,
as you're about to hack it, and you know that someone is running code opposite of you, unhacking your hack. But something good does happen. We have an advantage and a triumph.
I'm just looking
What
at him
would
like,
you
really?
like?
Could get the door.
Oh, quick thought. Since they know they think we're coming through this way, maybe now is a good time to double back and go the other way. Since we can get through those doors.
Through the living quarters and kill all the innocent civilians. Okay.
Well, they're probably.
I mean, your schematics did show that there was an observation deck that had a glass window that looked down upon the actual chamber.
And they're probably all congregating here now because they think that's where we're coming through.
Right.
Just a thought.
So that way we can confront them directly.
Which is why I totally
defeat them.
intended to mess up the locking mechanism.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
Because
Just use the triumph so that they don't think of that.
yes, I would like to use my triumph to make all our plans succeed going forward. Isn't that how that works? No.
Sure.
In a roundabout
I
sort
mean,
of way.
would you like to access the security cameras? I mean, for a triumph, I could give you that.
Yes, that would. Yes, I would love to access the security cameras.
I mean,
And
the nice
run
thing
the-
with that is it can save me so much time of having to remove this godforsaken reveal stuff.
yeah,
Because it allows me to go, pip.
Because I can run the feed through our communication so everyone gets it on their heads-up display. Everyone else does have a heads-up display, don't they?
Not so much.
No.
But you can relay the
I do
information.
if I pull out my savant, I do, but
You don't have that out?
I don't walk around with it out. No.
He's not that kid on his iPhone walking through traffic.
He
I
is
totally
the
am.
traffic.
So you clearly see there's these devices humming and throwing lightning sparks, doing some kind of cool quantum physics, Tesla coil, Halon collidery, super sciencey stuff. You see a very large, very cybernetic L1Z1X at the terminal. He's got like a wrist jack plugged into one thing, and the other hand is typing, and then another hand is typing with it because, they got forearms. And there's a firing squad of these guys all lined up at the door with their palm weapons pointed at the doorway. In the living quarters, you've got these two guys seem to be going through everything and cataloging. It seems very mechanical, the way they're cataloging. And in the observation deck, these guys are just watching. And you can clearly see there's this heavy duty, we're talking like 6-inch thick Durasteel kind of glass that they're watching through. As well as the terminal here, it's got all kinds of weird, crazy readouts that you can't quite make out from here.
And clearly, it's important that we get into this room here.
Right, which the other direction doesn't get us to.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
I mean,
trying.
in fact, these two guys don't even seem to care that you locked the door. They're busy cataloging anything and everything they can find.
What I don't understand is if they're... Well, I do understand. Never mind.
The pressing thing is the guy at the controls that's causing the lightning flashes to speed up. And the 6 guys with their weapons pointed at the door that you were about to open up, that probably would have opened up shortly after. Maybe it's a good thing you didn't open that door.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, darn. It looks like...
And you do have an advantage if you'd like to get one of your strain back since you're down 4.
I would... Yes, please.
Is this plexiglass thing retractable or?
No.
Wait,
This
whoa. He was...
This...
Oh, he was top of the order. Never mind. I was thinking the bottom of the order.
Yeah, it looks like the plexiglass you'd have at a nuclear reactor. It is not openable.
Mm-hmm.
So each of you take out 2 of those guys, and then the middle guy, and then I'll come in and start studying.
We gotta get the door open first.
The door is a sore subject.
Maybe it was that button there that you should have pushed that said open. So what kind of shot? What would it add trying to do a shot through the door, lining up based on the camera?
Wow.
You would need a triumph to hit somebody and 3 advantage to pierce the door.
So you're saying that
So
there's a
Just
chance.
saying there's a chance.
So yeah, it is possible.
And then there could be the ricochet.
Well, that's in that room, so that's okay. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, on
Who's
the
going
plus side,
next?
you now realize that the person hacking the system has the computer skill pretty much close to yours.
yeah, I mean, we're dealing with somebody who's not fully stupid, or is an idiot savant.
Wow.
Open the door.
Well, who's going next? Because he messed up the door, so
Okay, let's
failed.
stop talking about the door.
I can't do anything with the door, so.
Is
who's
there
going
a
next?
manual, like a purely manual way to open the door?
Not this door.
No overrides or hydraulics or anything
Yeah,
like that?
no. It is meant to, once it's sealed for everyone's safety in the universe.
Okay, and that's like the only opening in this wall here. There's no other windows or anything
Nope.
like that. Okay. All right. Well,
The good news
Nobody's
is I
going.
don't think the doors will be a problem for long.
well,
You want to move up, Ring, or
that sounded like a probably not.
I mean, you could stand in front of me. I don't mind.
well, you can't? You're in front of the door.
I'll take a step back.
Holy cow! All right, well, that's his turn.
Just
or
come-
second turn.
Just stand behind me.
Nope.
He's like, give me some shields.
All right, well, that was the second PC slot.
Yep. So, all of a sudden you see a little movement. Nothing major, just like one pair shuffles into a pre-organized position. You see that these two, in a brisk but not hurried fashion, come walking this way. They're obviously planning a pincer maneuver because they are lacking some critical need-to-know information. And these two seem to fall into rank and file with them creepily universally. Damn hive minds. And you hear a little crackle on the panel that you're hacking right now, as obviously it's the L1Z1X dude hitting a control button, and his little mechanical, creepy, modulated voice comes over and says, "Stand down and allow me to do what must be done to save the universe from the gene sorcerers.
Oh,
This facility is meant to stop the gene sorcerers from traveling across the galaxy. I alone have uncovered its uses, and I will use it effectively. If you allow me to continue, I will guarantee the gene sorcerers will take an additional 2.4 solar cycles to reach the core of the galaxy."
Wow, that guy's so arrogant.
that sounds like a good plan to me. I mean, gene sorcerers, I'm all,
Yeah,
We're
but
gonna
what kind
slow them down.
of I'll say, like, what kind of collateral damage can we expect to see from this, Chief?
I mean, to be fair, our job isn't to give a shit about collateral damage. It's to stop the gene sorcerers.
Now, as you all have a butt pucker moment, you should say, "What?" As his response is, "I am attempting to save the universe.
Still
You want some help?
Might be a better way to do this.
Can
Besides,
you
they're-
operate that thing and do the same thing? Looking at
Oh.
Tyro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay, that wasn't very convincing.
well, I trust you marginally more than I trust that guy.
Oh, thank you. No,
That
this,
sounds like support.
I could do this, but again, it will be disrupting hyperspace, which you guys have expressed disapproval of. But again, if the evil's bad enough,
Well, he
weapons
didn't-
improve
He didn't
everyone's
say
life.
anything about disrupting the gene sorcerers. I mean,
You can
He gave a
disrupt whoever
better-
you want.
he gave a better speech on the need for it. I mean, just saying.
Yeah.
I'm more politically neutral.
Listen, I mean, I know it's supposed to be the devil you know versus the devil you don't, but like we know this devil and he's a dick.
And
So
what do you
He-
think? He's
he-
going to fire it off and then go retire quietly out into a pasture world? No, he's going to
No, but,
enslave
like,
the galaxy himself.
Yeah, but like we can deal with that after.
Right. Kill him after.
I mean,
We
he
even
did
survive
shove a
it.
mind stint into someone's skull.
Like,
Yeah.
listen, we knew the Russians were going to be an issue, but we still let them kill the Nazis. Like, order of operations.
I
here,
mean,
guys.
I feel like everyone's
MDOS.
making my arguments from last session.
You were too convincing last time, that's all.
Open the
Apparently.
door, dude. Just open the door.
Let's not talk about the door.
as everyone stares at the door in unison. I mean, you now have some insight into his motivation. I mean, there is totally a button on the console that lets you respond if you'd like to reply to him.
Not our turn yet. We're on the first NPC still, so we'll
Yep.
see what we do.
So they're maintaining their position. He is typing away. We now have more thrumming coming from the devices. Things seem to be getting very serious, especially since, he has now stalled you and working on the device.
I would like to check his math.
So, who would like to go next? We've bottlenecked the group with one door.
Well, that usually happens when there's only one door.
I stand there and look at the door and look at the high roll and look back at the door.
Do you tap the door with your weapon? Take one of the shafts and go tap tap.
It's like about all I can do.
Okay, so you guys basically just holding out. Top of the order. You're getting a sequence going with the flashing devices now.
This is not good.
Top
Someone
of the
else is
order.
gonna-
Who's
so want to
gonna
play with that
do
machine.
what?
Well, you got to open the door to have a chance at it.
I'm gonna open the door. I'm gonna use my familiar dude, and apparently a story point.
And a story point. So quickly they come back to me.
So, yeah, I'll use my familiar.
Okay, so I'll give you an
Tell,
upgrade in a blue. And sadly, he's not actively looking at the door lock because he is pretty sure he stumped you with that lock. He's unaware that you're watching the camera now.
Seeing
And
the
damn
way
it,
his-
these datapads have picture-in-picture.
Gotta take that big guy down first, as best we can. Kidding.
Would you like to
Does it
give
work
yourself an upgrade in a blue next time?
Actually, be an upgrade and a blue for the next to go, but
Well, for the 3 advantage for an upgrade, you can give a specific person the upgrade.
well, no, I know, but the other
Yeah.
blue, the blue would be then
Yeah.
whoever goes next. So
Wow.
I just shake my head. So does it work like Star Wars? If I shoot it, will that make it open?
If you shoot it and you get 3 advantage, I'll give you that the door opens, but you've now completely destroyed the panel, so if you didn't, that would suck.
What if I just inflict major damage on it?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
On the door?
I will
You're-
give you an upgrade in a blue to shoot the stupid.
No, what if I have a thing that very specifically says inflict major damage?
I mean, it's a bulkhead door, so it's got like 20 wounds, but you can try.
Well, I mean, damage it's damage as in like to an item, not damage as in to a person.
What is the ability?
Resourceful. Once per session, I can spend a story point to fully repair or inflict major damage on an item I am engaged with as an incidental.
Okay, how would you justify that? Sell me on this idea as you start getting your disassembly tools out, because you're like, I've cut
Ripping
down,
the panel off the wall.
I've cut bulkheads bigger than this apart.
Well, not the bulkhead, the panel.
Well, breaking the panel wouldn't help anything.
I wasn't kidding when I said I have a prybar. I do, in fact, in my items, have a polymorphic prybar.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you do that, there is a chance that you could get the doors open enough that a single person could crawl through at a time. Totally a thing. What skill are you going to use to do that?
Man, it's not really a skill, it's a power. It's based on the SAR thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm giving you that you could do that and make sure it's not going to be a closable. But what skill do you think you would use with your prybar to do it? Are we talking like melee? We talking athletics? We talking survival? Mechanics? You sell me on how you do this, and I will totally eat it up.
Yeah, it's gonna be mechanics. All right, you gotta get it. It's a prybar. The whole point is that you get a mechanical advantage, and you let that do the work for you, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's me spending the story point in order to do that.
Okay. I was gonna say, are you wanting to spend it for the skill point first?
There's one.
Oh wait,
Delicious.
Okay.
And since you have the right tool, you've got a blue, and
I've got a blue from his sysops.
So this is where we got to come to because
the computer
control panel.
The doors popped open a smidge, which lets you get the prybar into it.
Yeah, it disabled the magnetic lock.
I totally will take that. Okay, go for it. And success means the door has been damaged, and we're beyond success.
I bust that door completely open.
Yeah. Now I know how to get doors in the future.
He basically went crazy grape ape on this door.
See, force works.
So what would you like?
Brains.
What would you like for your triumph, by the way?
We skipped their turns this time around because they're just fucking surprised by that.
You know what? For a triumph, I will take that this is... They're calculating how much force must have been required to open that door like that, and it's inconceivable that an organic could do that. Whereas...
3.5-foot tall organic.
I loosened it for him.
You're like, hey, at 9 years old, I was cutting spaceships apart in zero gravity.
Tank.
Yeah. see. Brains and everything, obviously.
As the doors just make this horrendous groany sound, and one whole door pops its track and slides open.
Move
And
yourself up there, by the way.
There's like a whoosh of ozone atmosphere that blasts you guys.
Oh, so now we've got the two.
Yeah.
But we're at the top of the initiative order, so
Oh, that's true.
your combat guys can do some damage here.
Yes, please.
So for the Triumph, these guys are basically going to be stunned and unable to do anything. You look around these devices, by the way, there is ample space if you wanted to hide behind one for cover. Even though they are shooting off electrical pulses and things like that and lighting up with some cool Tesla coil special effects.
How come you skipped top of the order already, the first person? What the
That was
heck?
me.
That was the
Well,
first person
I
that
thought
just
you
went.
were bottom, weren't you?
No.
So that was top, and so you said that they're surprised and not doing anything this round.
They're going to be
something?
stunned
No.
this round.
No,
That's
that
not
was the second.
That was second place because Sysop failed, and he went up and.
Oh, no,
jammed
you're
it
right.
Oh,
So,
okay.
And then we skip NPCs, and then there's 3 more slots. Like,
There we
whoa.
go.
you mean
Okay,
2
yeah.
more slots.
Now we're all
I can-
right.
How do we have
You're
3
right.
Ps? There's 4 NPCs or 4 PCs. How do we have 5?
4 of them.
2 and 2.
Oh no, sorry. The 3-1. Sorry, never mind. Okay,
Do you want to shoot
guess-
first, Birdman?
sure. Drop one of these pair down here, up here, I guess.
So which
I'll
one are
keep
you
it-
shooting at?
Go for that big dude, man.
Is it medium range?
No, go for the ones that are
Um,
going to shoot at me.
Or the
He's
one that's
not
going to break the galaxy.
Yeah, but I mean, I think you still got a couple seconds yet. Let's get rid of some of the firepower to start, so we're not all gunned down. So, let's see. Is this middle crew short? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'll take the one straight ahead. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. So short range. And let's do let me look here. Okay, that's after. All right. Are we also
Figured I'd bring
you
balance
concerned?
back to the Force.
Are you concerned? All right,
So
ready?
you're going for this guy?
The straight ahead. The pair straight ahead from me.
He's going for the
The left.
7-10 split.
The left-hand side.
Yep.
Crew.
Okay, go for it.
All right.
Damn.
Nice.
Cool.
So I will also spend. If your character, nope, not that one. After making range light, range heavy, gunnery, your character may use his talent to spend 3 advantage, or triumph to add success equal to their ranks in sustained fire. That only gives you
Ooh.
1, but that's all right.
So what is your
all range light,
total
range gunnery?
damage? I'm assuming you want to save one of those for a crit, because these
It's a
are
crit.
minions, so
Yeah.
that would take one out.
Yeah.
But how much is your actual damage with that
making
bonus?
target until the end of the current. Yeah, so with this talent, so 3 advantage, triumph, or triumph to add success equal to the ranks in sustained fire to the results of all range heavy, range gunnery, blah 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 they make against the same target until the end of the current encounter. Oh, now I'll save that because it's the same target. So never mind. So I do 4 points, no soak with the Pierce, and then we'll do a triumph.
Okay,
A
so
crit,
the
you mean?
crit kills one, and it glancingly zips through the arm of the second one, doing a lot of damage, but just shy of enough damage. As you're seeing
Okay.
tons of mechanical gears and things inside this guy's torso. So beyond a shadow of a doubt, this guy's jacked up. Like, stiff breeze jacked up.
Right. And then 1, 2, 3. And I will move into, it looks like I can go there. 1, 5, 6.
And what did you want with those 3 advantage?
Well, I used 3 for the crit, right? To take out 1.
Well, no, you crit
Just
on 1.
for a crit.
With um hmm. So I got 3 left, so I'll give a black to this crew. And
we still got 3 more people to go until they start going, so these guys might not even be around.
I don't have faith that you guys will do that good, so I'll make sure that you don't take damage. So, and then black to the next one of them to go.
Okay. All right. So
I'm
who's...
defending. I'm saving you from damage.
So I have the last slot on
what is our swordsman going to do?
Slide. Oh, go after the big guy or not?
Ooh, I like how you're getting cocky like that. What would a pirate do?
Well, pirate will first come over to here and get these guys.
Yeah, we can't let the squishies get shot up. Gotta, minimize that.
I'm not that squishy.
I am.
Yeah, but the bubble is.
Yeah.
Bubble boy.
Bubble.
That's his own damn.
All right.
Can't have bubbles getting shot.
All right, so I'll use my talent again to keep from having to upgrade the difficulty.
Have a third purple.
So 1 purple, 1 red.
I think their defensive matrix is now getting accustomed to your murder skills. And are you doing lethal or non-lethal damage?
Non-lethal. Because, well, actually, yeah, non-lethal.
Yes, I put non-lethal holes in people.
Okay, so 8 to the first guy.
And a crit.
Nice.
And so that would be 8. Is 8 like enough to put him down to begin with outright? Or
without Pierce, no.
Okay, so I tell you what, I'll crit. I'll hit him. Well, I can do linked and a crit, so I'll put 1 guy, 2 hits on the guy, and use the crit to put the other one down.
Okay, so there's one wounded and the other one is down?
Well, I can hit twice, or do I have to hit? If I hit the same guy twice,
a single hit is not sufficient to take the guy out.
But it's linked. I can use linked. A linked, so 2 strikes and a crit among the.
Okay, so basically you're shot 1 and 2 to one guy, and then the crit to the second guy.
Exactly.
Okay, and they are down. Pirate's going to be super smug, guys.
Top of the order. Tracker, you can go again, since it's the top of the order.
Yes, you want me to shoot again? Alright.
Inconceivable!
And how are things looking?
It's looking like he's ramping up the device pretty hardcore, yeah. So, Joseph, what's the 2 question mark?
Oh, because the last time you put 3.
Oh,
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I'm. All right, I will aim, and I'm gonna go for this guy now.
ooh, you're gonna start that, are you?
Yeah, he's within short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. And I'll aim so I get a bleh.
Blue.
Too blah.
And then we'll go ahead and do painful blows. So upgrade it. Ready? And
Momentarily.
then go ahead and do that.
Is he at short or medium?
Use it short from what I'm reading.
And you're upgrading it. Nice. And since you're
One,
standing there
I mean,
using
1,
your
2,
aim,
3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, aiming upgrade. So blue and upgrade.
okay, I've got that in there for you.
And he gets 1 upgrade because I'm using whatchamacallit, painful blows.
That's a added difficulty, not upgrade.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, sorry.
1 extra purples.
Yep, ready?
So it's at 2 purples, right?
Correct.
Okay, go for it. Oh!
That's fun.
So yeah, that's 4 points, unsoakable. And a triumph. I'm assuming that obviously that doesn't kill him, so we'll crit on him.
Put it right through his hand. Now he can't type.
And unfortunately, I don't have 3. Let's see, what do I need for the sustained fire? It was 3, right? Yeah, I don't have
Yep.
3 advantage, so I can't do that.
What do you want
Alright.
crit for, or the triumph for?
Well, I mean, the best I can do would be to probably crit on him.
I mean, you can crit with the 1 advantage.
Or
Yeah.
you can
And he
Oh,
still
that's
has
true.
the
I
triumph.
forget.
and
I
slow
forget.
down the device or something.
Yeah, I forget the
Well, do you
crit.
really want to shoot the
It's-
device's control panel?
Yeah, I forget
No.
the crit. So I forget it's a 1 crit. So yeah, so crit with the 1, and then he's staggered and set back on whatever process he's working.
Okay, I like that triumph for the staggered. That works really well. As you pull back your arrow and you let it fly, he makes a hand gesture. And this guy
Like,
totally throws himself in the way and dies instantly to your attack.
oh, bastard!
Sacrificial defense. He let his minion take the hit for him.
Wow. Cruel.
I mean, they are just tools, after all.
I mean, yeah, it makes
Yeah.
sense. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you're
if you had that
too,
fancy
but just,
talent,
you know,
yeah.
different.
I mean, I do have a spike.
All right. So
That sucks.
that was your top of the order, right?
Yep.
I'll go second. I'm gonna charge up there and I'm gonna attack him.
Oh, damn.
Sacrificial defense. These 2 guys come and flying tackle you to the ground.
Hopefully,
right.
you can't use that
They're
one.
not actually Winu. They're actually just defensive linebackers.
All right. So let's see. I gotta flip there. I'm gonna use my talent to. I'll dual wield. I use my talent to not increase it by 1, so it's just the standard difficulty for an attack with an upgrade.
Such a hit. Yeah. Gotta pull the rug out from under me.
Can't win them all.
Okay, so go ahead and make your attack. Actually, hold on just a sec. Okay, yeah, make your attack. Damn!
Ouch.
That's a pretty
Couldn't link it,
nifty
though.
attack.
Okay, so unfortunately not enough to link, but I do 12 damage.
Wow. That's a lot.
Okay.
This guy, lethal.
He's not bloody hurted, but he is definitely hurt as you gouged him with a freaking sword. And he is looking at you like, you son of a bitch.
You're welcome. I took away his freaking skill.
Am I doing? Oh yeah, there we go. Now it's just going to take a point of strain back for that one lonely advantage.
The
I have a
loneliest of
feeling I'm going to
advantages.
need it.
And thankfully, thanks to someone's cool shot that blew up this guy, everybody is like, what? Recalculating. And they are both staggered. So what are the last two members of the party doing? You got a pair of guys here that are about to do some stuff. You got this guy who's doing some stuff. He is probably going to do some bad stuff to this guy, you're thinking?
I love that
maybe you
skipped-
guys should do
I
some
love
stuff.
that we skipped over these guys twice. It's
Yeah.
Yeah?
So now you guys can do some stuff.
yeah. I'll aim and shoot them.
Whoa. Whoa.
At these guys?
Yeah.
Wow.
Aim and shoot.
I mean, obviously all this energy is messing with their processors. That's got to be what it is. And you're aiming, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got it in there for you. Oh, I did not save them.
Hey.
Oh, and that's got Pierce.
You do have Pierce. 6 Pierce too.
Oh, that's a bad
So
number
many
of
things
Pierce.
in this game.
It should be bad enough to kill one of them.
It is enough to take one of them out as you shoot the guy with your little pop shot.
Bam.
Goes down like one of the guys from the black hole.
And they still got like a hanging black out there and the black on them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So who's going next?
That's
Well,
me.
Little squid boy that needs to go hide behind the half of the door that didn't slide open.
He is still behind the half of the door that is not open. He is wise and intelligent.
Could do something, or
Yeah, something other.
we're gonna
than
do all
hide,
the work
please.
for you.
Let me see.
Come turn this machine off or something. Power
Well-
down. Power something down.
This is when he chooses to run away and let the guy complete his mission. Only we need to get to hyperspace first.
Let's see.
I mean, it's a tough decision for me because he is a enemy of the gene sorcerer. So I mean,
there is.
which kind of makes him an ally to some extent.
I mean, in that one monologue moment, he gave out some big stuff that he's here to jack up the gene sorcerers.
I mean, it made it rough because that is my ultimate enemy. So I mean,
he doesn't really care about collateral damage because he is part of a mine net, so he can, have his friends do their job on the other half of the galaxy while he hangs out here and turns this into a vacation planet. Think of all the people he can assimilate here.
Yeah, well, that's the part that kind of threw me off.
I would like to run up to the machine up here.
Oh shit! Ballsy.
Because I gave myself an upgrade from the.
This is true. From the operating system.
Yeah. So I know the operating system, so I can use the upgrade to try and, while he's distracted fighting this guy, I can, shove my hands on the keyboard and try and
Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally a thing.
That's
Now the question
Show us
is-
some prowess, Mr. Doorboy.
The question is, are you hindering or helping what he's doing?
I am
Help during.
I'm hindering. I'm hindering.
You're hindering? Okay.
Unless it doesn't work, then I'm helping. So I got an upgrade from the blue and from the 3.
Yeah,
And
let's hope it goes better than the door.
I'll use my little dude, my familiar.
That is a good choice.
And I did use a story point, and I think that's everything.
Do you need me to help? Just saying.
Wow.
No.
And do you have anything that removes black dice, by the way?
Let me look. I don't think I do for computers. Let's see.
I wasn't sure if you did or not, so I figured, let's just check.
Knack for it. That's for knowledge lore. Why did I do for knowledge lore? Nobody uses lore.
Because you can totally use lore.
Well, it's probably part of the familiar base.
Yeah. That's something.
I mean,
okay.
you totally could have rolled lore at this facility.
Or the or your other thing, the not the familiar, but the
savant.
Yeah.
Oh, what is this? Is the savant?
One of those gave you probably that.
Familiar does my computers. The savant, I'll check.
It's knowledge, yeah.
So much technology.
They add 1 success to their, yeah.
It's all the technologies.
Okay, you know what? I wanted to save this for selfish purposes. Vast intellect. Once per session, you may spend a story point as an incidental before your character makes a skill check to count their ranks in the skill being used equal to their intellect, which would increase my sysops from a 2 to a 4.
So you need 2 more upgrades on your skill then?
Yeah, but then I have to use the last story point. But
do it.
You know what? We're saving the galaxy, and also I'm going to personally take control of this and use it for scientific purposes.
You don't want to be stuck on this dust ball ass end of the galaxy for months if hyperspace travel's been shut down. Think about it.
That's a good point.
It would take 2 years for you to get back home.
Oh, with these people.
And you forgot to feed your fish.
Yeah.
Forgot to feed my fish.
Well, let's see how you do on this.
Am I ready?
Okay, so you've got a blue and 4 upgrades.
Okay.
Damn.
Oh, thank you.
Damn. Okay, so immediately you come up, and while they're fighting and doing their stuff, you're just like, you look right at the guys, you start typing faster. And you know that this device, basically, if he would have spent this round working on it, it totally would have been to stage 2, and then when it hits 0, it activates and fires the weapon off. And you do know that this can be ramped down, but there is an incredible, extremely dangerous amount of energy built up right now. And, probably has to go somewhere. And you have a big-ass triumph. So you have shared control of the computer. You're both using different terminals on the computer here. You've totally got access allowed because you totally saw his server name, so you just cloned his server name. And you're just like, hey. What would you like for your 1 advantage and your triumph?
For
your triumph, I would totally give you that you can shut down 2 of the 3 nodes. And those require a turn to turn each one of these back on without the clock ticking.
Or you can recalculate the figures so that it's a safer discharge.
Yeah, you could totally make it discharge so it basically melts the polar ice caps, which wouldn't really do anything on a planet like this because they'd freeze back in a day or two. I would totally get that you can change the targeting vector, from the core of the galaxy to someplace safe or to reroute the explosion somewhere else. So you can let him continue doing his job and he basically will not be able to discharge as he intended.
Well, so
Or you could even tell me that you aim the charge at some other planet in the galaxy as a very deep, dark secret, possibly an enemy of your people, because that's what Twilight Imperium's all about, is fucking the other guy. You know those rock guys that built a Death Star and threatened your planet with it? If you could aim it at their planet, that would suck for them.
I could, but that's not my goal in life.
Okay, I just want to throw that out there.
No, I liked it. But, I mean, I was thinking about redirecting it because I have a theory, but I want to study it more. So for now, I guess I will do the shutting down the 2 nodes because I have a theory this can be used for different purpose and I want to use it, but I don't have time and don't understand it enough yet. So I need to make it stop and then have some time to work on it by myself.
As immediately 109.xy looks, you fools! What are you doing? And since he is a nemesis, he's going to take one of his 4 arms down to his waistline and he clicks what looks like a mechanical pager.
Oh.
And just as there's a weird screechy noise, I love it. Perfect timing. The 2 heroes that are adjacent to him, all of a sudden you feel, in what is like in every other action movie, that boing noise. Go ahead and give me a athletics check or a coordination check. Just tell me which.
Oh.
Who's gonna go first? As all of a sudden,
coordination's easier than athletics.
You feel a graviton pulse throwing you away from this guy.
I'll do coordination.
Yeah, obviously the agile guy is going for the easier one.
Do I roll it or do you?
No, you would totally be rolling it. It's your skill.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me your coordination roll.
Oh,
shoot.
How mean.
Hey!
Oh, well, heck, if it's that easy, I'm going to also do coordination.
Yeah, that's easy.
I'm upgrading his check.
That was well timed that you fired that one off. And immediately you spin your swords down and stick them into the floor to resist the pulse, dramatic style. As you pull them back up out of the ground, get back into fighting stance. He was not happy with that result. He wanted to get you the hell away from him.
Yeah, remember what happened to Sir Robin? Oh, that's easy.
So go ahead and give me your check there. You've got an upgrade. It should be super easy.
Oh, yeah, see? So easy.
You take one strain as you death grip the key panel, and the pulse goes boom, and you totally see inside your fish tank the gravity wave hits and kind of bounces you around in there for 1 point of strain as you do not get knocked, like 20 feet away and bounce off the ground. Because that's a nasty piece of tech. I mean, all I gotta say is someone would totally want to salvage that tech.
That's
sexy tech.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
And hey, thanks to you guys rushing in, I got to try it off. Okay, top of the order. Gravity pulse goes boom. The electrical bolts do some weird, funky stuff. 2 of the inverters shut down. They just go.
Yeah, I'm shooting them. And I'm using avian agility in doing so. Oh, let's see.
So that's 1 purple.
Short range, yeah. So, avian agility once per session when making a skill check that uses his character's agility characteristics. You may spend a story point. Oh,
Yeah, there
I
weren't
thought we
any.
had. I thought we had a story point.
We
What?
did. I used it to help the Hylar not
Help
get
me.
tossed.
As he totally went
Thank you.
click and power down to the capacitors,
All right,
stopping
well,
the
I guess I
countdown
won't.
clock.
Okay, well, I guess I won't use avian agility then. Fine. Be that way. Oh, you know what? I hit him with painful blow, didn't I? Oh
Nope,
no, the guy
his
intercepted
minion
the
totally
shit.
took it for him.
Yeah, bastard.
He serves his master.
Yeah. God damn.
Can always try
Ruined-
again.
Ruined all my shit. Yeah, we'll upgrade to a purple. Another purple. Can't even use my avian agility. Alright, you ready?
Yep.
Another
that.
triumph.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's 3 points.
So what is
Without
the
soak.
damage?
3 without soak.
Okay.
With a
Are you-
critical.
Are you doing the crit?
Well, yeah.
Ugh.
I saw that coming. I saw that coming from a mile
As
away.
his last
Okay.
minion, he gestures that 4th arm that's just been doing nothing but plugged in, and the last minion throws himself diving as the arrow goes whip, and you see explosion in his chest cavity as he hits the ground, smoldering, saving his maker.
I was staring at my screen going, Dave is going to be so fucking pissed.
That's
That was a one-use thing.
That's alright. Takes care of the guy.
So, what would you like for your triumph?
Um,
Right through the guy's head, straight into the Lizzix.
I would totally give you, if you want for the triumph, it shot through him and hit the guy for the same damage.
sure.
So 3 points
Yep, no soak.
with absolute no soak.
I mean, basically.
I mean, he when it goes zip through his hostage, it shows the beauty of your weapon, that your weapon goes through shit. As, you know, he did not calculate your weapon penetrating through his minion. And it
Right.
goes sink into his shoulder blade from behind, and he's just like, looks annoyed at it.
I just realized this fight is totally on pay-per-view.
Alright. I think I'll be going next.
God.
I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna attack him.
I like how he flips the story point first.
It's a smart way to do it.
Well, I was trying to.
All
didn't
right,
have any.
I am attacking him.
You
so
attack him, are you dual wielding?
I am dual wielding, and I will aim and use my thing to reduce to keep the difficulty normal.
So it's just
So
2 purple.
2 purple, and I'll get an upgrade and a blue.
Yep, I got that in there for you.
All right, let's see how.
And now
this
we
can
see
go.
if he dies or if he routs you all at this exact moment. Oh! Okay, good,
9.
good. It's not a piercing weapon, though.
Nope,
9
that's
points.
9. And
I
then
like
9
that.
again with the linked.
Oh!
I think linked only does base damage, doesn't it?
No, it's the same exact damage.
Same amount,
Ugh.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically doubles
Yeah.
the damage as 2 separate hits. So the first one was 9, right?
Yep.
Ooh. And the second one is 9 again with no pierce.
Correct.
So that's 4 and 4. He is still alive. He is still alive with 2 wounds as you've just like snicker snacked the shit out of him.
And
But you can
crit.
crit him, right?
And crit.
And a crit just to insult his ass.
And he has no more frickin' shields, so
What do you mean no more shields?
he has no more people to jump in front of him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he has
I
no more
mean-
non-human shields.
Our archer is as effective as killing him as our tech is with the doors, so,
I'm still taking out.
Ooh!
No,
that's a good one.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's fighting for his life right now. He's not going to be playing with the machine.
Hey, I'm still taking people out, so may not taking them out. I'm still taking people out, which is more effective than the door.
This is true. Hey, you're cutting down the numbers regardless.
I'm
mean-
just asking what you were
But-
aiming at.
He just had well, you don't know. You think it all was meant to be. But I give him some credit now. I won't harass him on the door after the last roll, though he had to use a whole bunch of shit to do it. But
All right.
Okay. So many cool things he could do if he had people left.
hate when that happens,
Good thing we locked that other door.
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, there's like a montage of banging going on against that door. That's one thing I think is sad with these guys. They've got 4 arms, but they don't get the free maneuver for having 4 arms.
Right?
Just gonna throw that out there.
I feel so bad for him.
I knew you would. Thank you for empathizing. He's not gonna do that. That's barely gonna do anything.
He only gets one on the little explosion thingy.
Oh no, I'm thinking that's what he's gonna probably do, but I wanted to use a weapon, but yeah, I don't think he likes having the sword guy there in his face, and the computer guy shutting shit down is the part that really hurts him. Really hurts his feels. He's gonna totally fire off his little pulsey thing again.
Nice.
And then once he has some distance, we'll totally use his integrated cannon on somebody with swords in their hands.
All right, fair enough.
So who's going first?
I will roll if you got the difficulty ready. It's coordination again.
Yep. Okay. Jesus.
Got it.
So you hold your ground as the gravitational pulse hits you and your cheeks do the flappy thing as you're just like, "Rah!" and you fight your way through it with only taking 1 stun, which is way better than 5 wounds and 5 strain and being knocked 20 feet away. So, what about our technician who's
boy.
saying, I am the computer expert? Are you doing coordination or athletics?
I'd like to use computers, please.
as you grab
Coordination.
the keyboard and it betrays you.
Okay, here goes. Nothing. I'm gonna close my eyes.
He rips off the escape key.
Ooh!
Well, you take 1 less strain.
Yeah.
So
what was that, 5?
5 wounds and 4 strain. And you have
Little
2
fish
set
tank
black
goes bowling.
dice as you go slamming into the cables and things. Thank God you powered down that area because you just get banged into the cables and your exoskeleton can try to catch balance and you still fall on your butt.
Falling a short distance is killer in this game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yep.
Ha! But at least if he dies, someone was taken out by it. And we know who's probably going to try to steal it and reverse engineer it if they get a chance. Okay, so there's banging. What is your computer skills for that lock that you locked?
I'm sorry, say that again?
What's your
What's your
computer
computer
skills? They're going to try to hack the door.
Computer skills is 2.
What? No.
Two purple. No. 2 green, 2 yellow, right?
Oh, 2 green, 2 yellow. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
And
whole
there's
figure
how
there.
many of them working together? There's 8 of them working together on this.
2 green, 2 yellow. Do you count my familiar with that though?
Not at the moment since you're not actively hacking it.
Okay.
So with the entire mine net working away on this, they're trying to hack with all 8 of them working together.
Wow.
That
Okay, so you see, I am that good.
No, not
Against simpletons?
Oh.
exactly.
Okay, sure.
one of them collapses to the ground as their brain fries.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was.
That's even
Oh
better.
my god. And I will
Another
totally
one collapses
take
to the
that
ground.
they're getting biofeedback from their boss being jacked up, and he's overriding them to hurry, get over here, you idiots. And they're just like, and like a couple immediately short out. As he's basically trying to dopamine motivate them, and instead of motivating them, they're blowing out servos in their head. Obviously, it's from the extra energy floating around in this room.
The good news is it's the equivalent of taking the spikes out, right?
Yeah.
It's cooking them from the inside out. So
They died happy.
Boiled their brains.
who's going next?
Hararg and Rublars have not gone yet.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll move up and I'll shoot the guy.
You're gonna show your archer buddy just how easy it is, aren't you?
Yeah. Listen,
Yeah,
man,
okay.
it's like this.
Are you
Yeah, after I
taking
took
any
all the shields
strain to upgrade your aim or anything?
Nope.
No aim? Okay.
Oh, come on, take a little strain. Jeez.
Yeah.
Take your shot. Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
Pure
Jesus.
skill. I don't need any outside influence. Bird brain.
I didn't have any outside influence.
And as you get cocky, you notice your bolt flies out of your beam gun. Oh shit, it's got pierce too. It was going to do 0 damage, except it has pierce 2. Oh. That's all I gotta say is, oh. Because I shit you not, it only has 2 points of wounds left.
Yeah, most of the range stuff has like pierce something, so.
Yep. It's sort of like Android, where a lot of the weapons do less damage but more pierce.
Yep.
Because they're sci-fi weapons. You think they'd shoot through things more easily.
Yep.
So that does exactly enough before your triumph to take him out. What does it look like when you shoot him down in front of your friends, showing off how cocky you are with your little beamer pistol?
It's gonna go right through the center of his chest.
Ooh.
Because I assume that he probably has some kind of self-destruct bomb sitting in there. And I'm just gonna fry it.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Now, what are you doing for your triumph?
I want it to look cool as hell when I do that, and I want him to not
jeez.
accidentally hit some key that turns this thing on.
Okay.
Drop
And I'll
wordlessly to the ground.
Any kind
even-
of countermeasures are countered.
Yeah. He's like, this 3 foot nothing hairy guy can't do it.
As he just slumps, his head hits the control panel, then he flops down to the ground, and you just see his wetware is completely still, and his cybernetics have obviously did this little pulsy power down, but he's locked in the exact pose with all 4 arms doing what they were doing.
Creepy. Alright, Rublars, your turn.
I am going
Get up,
to
get
come
over here.
up,
Yeah.
and I am going to I would like to check out a command spike, see what's inside his head.
So it is
I
going
feel
to
like
cost
That's
you.
too
turns the thing off.
strain.
It would take you 2 strain to get off the
Oh.
ground and walk over there.
Oh,
Yep.
I forgot about that.
Do
I
you
would like
really
to-
want to do that?
You can get off the ground and walk
No.
over there and then not do anything.
Yeah, you could just
Yeah.
loom over his corpse.
Or I could get off the ground and slap a dermal patch on myself.
That you
Well,
could
for the
totally
bones,
do that.
I think I would like to do that. I would like to
Inside the
stand up,
fish tank, you see him reach over to a dispenser and pull out a band-aid.
yeah.
look around, nobody's looking, and just slap a, because that heals 5 wounds conveniently.
It does. That's a perfect number there to heal what's hurting you.
Exactly. Tra-la-la, nothing to see here.
And on the plus side, it doesn't require a skill roll, so we can still hold on to those 2 black dice.
Oh, damn it.
Uh,
That's why I wanted to work on taking a spike out, to get rid of the black dice on something I didn't care about.
Well, there's 2 guys here to take spikes out of.
Yeah, I'll do that.
They are
next time.
unconscious instead of dead.
And I'd rather lose it on those and then try and look at the command spike, because that's got to be different and cooler.
Oh, his is like way cooler. It was given to him at birth.
Ooh, nice.
His is like Matrix shit. You know, he was born into his cybernetics. Super creepy.
just be careful because it looks like you're really close to just passing out because you're
One bad
your
roll.
sensibilities
Might wanna
are a
get this
little
thing-
strained there. So
Shut
It's
down.
fine. He's fine. He's fine.
One bad roll, and you just see him slump in the tank, and the thing go to rest mode.
Hold on a sec. Might be able to help you out there, friend.
I'm wondering what the pirate's got up his sleeves. He puts drugs in the water tank. Take some of these. Plop, plop.
I've got. Do you want a
Fish
Z tab?
food.
You can get 4 strain back.
Sure.
Hey,
What's the
dude,
downside?
you want to do some
If you
Z?
take another one, you take 2 wounds.
Oh, that's worth it. Yeah, I took drugs in college to keep up with my studies.
And for no
Alright,
other reason.
So I'll come over and I'll give you a Z tab.
So he drops some tainted fish food in the tank.
Plop, plop. Don't
love you, man.
overeat. If you cloud up your water, it's your fault.
You're my very best friend. It's the drugs talking.
I was gonna say,
I
yeah,
had a feeling.
I've
I
heard
love you,
many
bro.
druggies have said that before. Oh, you're my best friend to the dealer.
I don't care what
So-
they say. You can be my dealer and my friend. Just don't cut me off.
Alright, let's work on shutting some of this stuff down
Yep.
and
If-
get these guys' minds free.
Yeah.
If Rublars would like to talk one of his compatriots into doing it, you totally have access and unlock the computer. You could basically give your friend an assist, saying, "Hey, put in Control/C shutdown 4279."
Yes. Who has a decent computer?
I've got an intellect of 3.
Same.
Oh.
See,
I'm not a
that's-
total idiot.
he plays Plants vs Zombies. He's cool.
The bird's the dumb one.
The bird
I mean,
brain.
I got a 2 with a savant and a familiar. I mean,
Yeah, the dumb one. Like a,
Okay, yeah, I will talk. I will totally give some command codes and then some techno babble. You want to go in and send over to the relay and babble science.
So which
Stuff.
one of you two are going to go over there and do it?
I'll go.
Okay. You're like, I got this. So what kind of upgrades am I needing to give you? Our Hylar is 2 green, 2 yellow.
Yes.
I am 2 green, 1 yellow.
Okay, so a green and an upgrade.
Yep.
And he's beautifully passing over those 2 black dice.
Oh, lovely.
As he's kind of stuttering.
And then you want to do the other thing. That's important. Make sure you do it.
Do the other thing?
Yeah.
You never told me what the other thing was.
You'll figure it out. You're a smart feller. And I don't just say that to anyone.
You, in fact, don't say that to anyone.
This is
I don't
your
think you've
chance
ever
to
said those
impress
words before.
him. This is how you impress him.
Good to go?
Yep, good to go.
I mean, he says it with disdain,
Oh!
but wow.
The most potent black dice in the whole game.
It's more like the most impotent green yellow dice in the whole game.
As you're
I'm
totally typing and nothing happens.
I'm sorry. I was telling you how to open the door. What you really want to do.
Door open? Question mark, question mark?
Quick question.
Yeah.
Which door do you mean?
Do you want to open a door? Yes or no? As there's static across the station because of the energy discharge. It's not the GM putting the bag of plantain chips away before he eats too many.
Well, that was peachy.
So nothing bad is happening, but nothing good is happening. Is that you see that the 3 units are still powered up, and there's a lot of energy. Thank God nothing really bad happened there. There wasn't any threat to cause some discharge in the room, so that anyone nearby within short distance of one gets zapped. Wait a minute, let's do some measurements here.
Yeah, well, that's where I'm like, actually, was going to say, I'm moving over and checking the guy out. So
No, but the irony is do a measurement. Dead center of the room gets hit by all of them.
that's all right. I have faith that smart people will do something.
I just realized the distance on that.
Yeah, like I said, I have faith that the smart ones, quote unquote.
Okay, so top of the order. Does Rublars want to get over there and say, no, this is how you do it?
Come on, Rublars.
You need to use Cobra.
This is...
Oh, I like that. He's jumping right on the story points.
He knows what he's about.
They haven't helped me with the doors, so I don't know why I'm doing that, but...
No, but I've been putting myself out there, not spending my story points to bait Jim into spending his, so that we have a pool to use.
Hey, I will always try to keep a pool on your side of the table if you need it. I'm magnanimous and shit like that.
Yeah,
I spend them because I like you.
Yeah,
I'm using my familiar and everything I can.
Okay, and that gives you a blue, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I've got the upgrade in there and a blue in there. And you're just like, guys, we got this.
Yes. Sorry.
We
We got this. This is how we save the universe and also learn some secrets.
Booyah! You immediately hit the control panel and you're just like, do you want to safely discharge? And you find the subroutine for that and you're like, yes, discharge this shit. As there's like, you guys don't see it because you're in a bunker on the frozen side of the planet, but there's this beautiful aurora borealis that goes from the North Pole to the South Pole, but it looks more like a heart because the sun hit part of the planet pushes the aura away. So you get this heart-shaped magnetic aurora borealis. You'll totally
Even
get to
nature
appreciate
is
it later.
honoring the guy who died.
Oh,
Well, so you'll have plenty of time to study that later now that the danger is past. Let's see if we can get these guys alive again. They're important.
Sure.
I agree that we should try and get them alive. Or we can.
so you're gonna run
I
over
will
there
assist.
Aw, and what does your assist give? Just a blue?
Just a blue. His medicine's already better. Well, I think my medicine is 2 greens and 1 yellow.
2 yellows, 2 green.
Okay, so just a blue then.
Okay, I got it in there for you as you roll the first one over, and you're just like, didn't I cut another guy open earlier?
Yeah. That's okay.
The doctor
okay.
is in. As he puts on rubber
Yeah,
gloves on the mechanical
that went
exoskeleton. As this guy has had
Kills
this
that one.
BioWare for a long... Well, it doesn't kill him. It just fails to be able to take it out because it's
I know.
integrated into his organic. You want to get this guy to like a hospital.
Yeah,
Just randomly cutting up on these guys' heads and doing nothing.
Well,
But you do have 3 advantage. I mean, if you want...
There's 2 of them here.
I will throw out there as a hint, if you want. You didn't take the spike out, but you can sever the connection to the Unimind.
So he will have the spike.
He'll have the spike, but he doesn't have access to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, so and that means he can't be controlled unless somebody actually tries to reestablish the...
Yep, that's exactly right. That nobody can control him or see through his eyes.
But it's too ingrained.
Yeah, it's basically he's had it for decades of life.
Yeah, well, click it off, then we'll get him to a better facility, and let's see if we can help this other guy then.
Okay.
As our doctor's like, spray on the disinfectant. Okay, I've taken out my upgrade and added your upgrade.
Okay, and here we go again.
Ooh, apparently it was the Hylar physiology that helped you do it the first time.
Apparently.
And you're just like, all the others were cadavers, so it was so easy to remove it from a cadaver. You just get in there with the bone saw and you yoke it out until it comes out. Having a fresh medulla oblongata makes life difficult.
I sure hope I don't ever
too.
Yeah.
I hope I don't ever get a splinter.
Got one more dude up here.
Click. What? This guy? This fella again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that guy's also, he's getting the spike, but he's not being influenced.
Well, this one you already failed at the moment, so you'd have to take some time before you can try again.
Okay.
Unless
Anything
you want
on the big dude exciting, I find.
Could we, since we saw how it was done with these ones, could I just click this one off at least?
If you want to give me a medicine check, sure.
I'll help you.
Okay, there we go. So yeah, I just want to click it off. I won't worry about trying to remove it yet.
So what's the upgrades I have to give you?
Well, for me, it would be a green, an up. Let me think. A green, an upgrade, and a blue. And if there's anything floating around from the previous check.
So it took 3 to turn off, so the 4th I could use to give him another blue?
Yeah, totally. He was watching you do it since he was your nurse, and now he's going to try to replicate the same thing.
So 2 blue, a green, and an upgrade.
Yep.
All right, let's see here.
Damn! Even with me spending a story point, you beat me out on that one. So you immediately go click, click, and you like pull the antenna out, and the little wires that go with it, you go snip, snip, and you're like, at least they're not watching us. Because there is that paranoid feel that they could be watching you right now through the eyes.
I am such a good teacher.
I mean, he did assist with 2 operations. That was
Yeah.
probably, the whole reason he succeeded.
Yeah,
Can't
'cause
do
of
it,
me.
but he can teach. Okay.
Hey, those who can't teach.
I know.
All right. Do we have comms that we can reach the city with?
Yeah, I mean, it requires your ship, but because there's no satellite on the. Actually, no, there would be a satellite you can communicate, so you could use your regular comms to do it.
Do we just want to tell the city about this, though? I mean,
We want to start with remember when we left, we told them where we were going and what we were doing. You want to at least let them know that their planet's not about to vaporize.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah, because they did know where we were going, so.
As all of a sudden they're like, "What do you mean our planet was about to vaporize? We didn't hear anything about that." And you will definitely need a mechanic to take that gravitic inverter off of his integrated body.
Any other stuff on him?
He has a Lazrax Archive Amulet, which provides a boost dice to any knowledge text related to the macaque gene sorcerers.
That's a good one.
Basically, it's a little amulet that's got archives of all the Lazrax information on the gene sorcerers. Because it's almost like it was this guy's obsession.
Right.
Even if it made him go running off to an ancient weapon facility. Because he found a little archive mention of this place.
Oh, so this was an unauthorized mission?
Maybe you should have talked to him. Just because they're hive mind doesn't mean they always do what they're told.
So this was what? What's the item?
The Lazrax Archive Amulet. I put it in the chat so that
Okay.
way you can just copy paste.
Oh, okay.
Are you absconding with it while the rest of them are pulling out
I
antennas
am
out of
taking
skulls?
it, yes.
You might have interest in that.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
As there's one last second when you're looting his body and you notice one of his mechanical eyes, the camera lens focuses on you for a second. As you're just like, is that recording?
Take one of my arrows and just poke the eye. No.
Hey, no, that would be a cool cinematic thing to do. It'd be that classic
Right?
stomp the camera, as you see a little light thing transmitting from the camera's point of view.
Yep. Little needle thing.
So let's have Percy give the authorities a call. Let them know what transpired here, in general terms, of course. They don't need to know the exact, but we'll also need like a medical evac for a few of these guys here. If they
Okay.
can send it.
So, what exactly are you telling the local security forces?
Now, I might need a refresher. What did we before we came down here? What did we tell them exactly? It's been a while.
I think we told them the basic plot of what was going on, that we had the L1Z1 and stuff. They were trying to do
They were
some
on
shit
the
that
planet
would
doing
jack up the planet.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
something
so yeah,
fishy.
so I'll basically tell them that we stopped it. That the weapon has been turned off for the time being. We've got a few survivors that will need medical evac. There may be a few combatants maybe lingering around, but not very many. Just in case. So just a small cleanup crew and a medical evac shuttle would be perfect. Otherwise, everything is currently under control. They may want to have some of their academics come down to take a look at this thing too.
Yeah, somebody with some
I don't.
intelligence to look at this.
I think I did a pretty good job with this. Thank you very much.
So with
You
as
did,
you get
but
the
this is their planet. They're gonna want to be able to know what to do with it next.
as you
Well,
get
Yeah, you
to
I
might.
can.
oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I could study it and give them my notes.
You can do that too, but
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
on their planet. They're gonna be in charge of it.
I
You
mean,
might,
spoken like
when
a
I leave,
pirate.
sure.
and you might want to send some door experts so you can get
And then,
around.
and then after that, I will also send a little encoded communique to the Mentac Coalition, who I had contacted earlier, and like blow the lid on it through there too. Just as
Damn, spoken like an
basically
anarchist.
basically more like be a watchdog on this thing to make sure that the powers that be who own the planet don't try to misuse it.
Hey, I'm liking it. So, as you basically make mention of weapon, medical, the response is pretty damn fast as both security forces have two ships that land, and med forces have a nice medium sized ship land so they could take at least 20 people if need be. Because they're totally used to having mining accidents and shit on the side of the planet. They immediately arrive, and the security folks totally lock this place down and politely ask that you surrender all information about the facility. Do you guys submit to that? Or do you try to hide the information to sneak it out? And you do have plenty of time to send another communique before they get there.
Who's
Well,
giving the order?
It's the security forces. Basically, the general in charge of security on this planet is saying, they said weapon, lock it down. We need to find out what's going on about this and make sure we control the narrative.
Well, I will at least make an attempt to tell them that the current most basically like, well, I would suggest you at least consider letting Dr. Rublars here at least help walk your people through the basics of this. He has a better understanding of this than anybody else that's probably alive today. So I strongly recommend going over it with him first to get at least the basics.
are you removing that inverter before they get there?
Yes, I was going to ask about that. I think we should.
You have a few minutes.
It would be
So I'm
nice.
basically
Oh.
just trying to tell them, hey, let him be the data point of contact here.
So I would like to get the inverter before they show up, or help somebody else if I've got a yellow and 3 green for mechanics.
Is it mechanics or medical?
Oh, that's a good question.
Probably medicine to remove it.
For the cybernetics, yeah.
Okay.
Is the inverter as cybernetic, or is it just a tool?
The gravitic inverter.
It's built
Was
into him.
surgically removed.
It's
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
I'll let you know it's hard with a black dice.
Good job.
Thank
You're
you.
spending an upgrade. Do you have +1 blue because you're...
Yes, please.
Okay, gotcha. So go ahead and take your shot for taking it up nicely. Hey,
Oh,
you pull it
nice.
out. It's got a... ammo is 3. So there it goes. Basically, it's got 3 shots before it needs to be repowered. Unless it's built into a cyborg. There's some reason to get some cybernetics right there. And it is an action to basically turn it on and select your targets. But the really nifty thing is the choose one or more characters within engage, so you can cherry
Right.
pick. Totally great for a
Yes.
guy who has a bunch of minion butt monkeys to protect himself. And I am, of course, happy at least one person got hit by it.
And I think that would, I mean, I don't want people getting close enough to me to use it, so I would rather somebody else had it.
No, yeah. I
Oh
would guess
shit, you could
figure
build it into your
myself.
exoskeleton and then you don't have to worry about the ammo part.
Oh,
See how I throw that out there to stir the pot?
I still don't want people getting that close to me.
Well, that's the
Maybe
whole
that's why
point.
you should
If they
have it.
do.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's still
Just
probably better either on one of the two main combatants, probably.
I agree.
109 did not like people next to him either.
But
Yeah.
we'll hash
So,
out who gets it down the road
yeah.
once we get away from here. So, because
So
obviously you're not going to implant it here. So,
when I'm talking them through the device, I want to show them, the depowering of it, what it does, what it's capable of. I would like to skip over the aiming portion so that because again I don't trust them to not target my planet. So I would like to give them the impression that it's targeted at that spot and that's where it's targeted at
Okay.
the gene.
So you give him
You
a
know what I
good
mean?
solid going over of the control system. Now, the quick question is during your air quote debriefing, are you guys trying to get any tech or information on hard drive sources out of here? And if so, how?
We need to know if there's anybody else that's not here that's hooked up to the network, because that would be the number one thing, I think.
Well, if you mean their hive mind, basically there could have been thousands of them watching this show go on. Remember, it's a real
Is there
time
any way?
Borg like network.
But
Yeah, I
which
guess
has
is there
nothing to do
any
with the
way to
system.
find out who else is, if there's anybody else on the planet that is hooked up to it?
Ooh, that's a
well,
good question.
Probably your best bet would be the primary guy, because I
yeah.
think you said he had a different network spike or something.
Just a
Okay.
thought. Might
But
want to
is
check that out.
anyone, say, taking the
Command
Lazx
spike?
archive amulet or
Oh.
a command spike or a gravitonic inverter off site without permission? Because they're kind of serious about they want to impound everything.
I don't know what amulet you're talking about.
How are you going to smuggle the amulet off site? In your plumage? I put the
Pretty much
amulet on and then
exactly.
I preen myself.
I mean, how do they know what it is? It's one of my own items I've had forever.
Okay, so deception is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, let me look first.
I've been wearing this all the time. I don't care about what security scans you took when we got off our ship on day one.
Let's see. Probably go with deception
Okay,
over
go
the
ahead.
skullduggery.
Go ahead and give me a roll as you're basically convincing them this is a family heirloom. I don't care that it looks like Lazx, stuff from basically the ancient empire. My family's worked with the empire for a long time, which technically they did. You were one of the few races they left alone to do your own shit because they knew you hated the gene sorcerers as much as they did. So
And
it's not too.
with that, I take great offense to that, and my character being armed is using gunslinger diplomacy.
Oh, so you're threatening to shoot them. That's an
Well,
interesting way
not
of
necessarily
taking it.
threatening to shoot them, but just making them aware. Yes, I do have a weapon, and this is something that you should not be talking about or worrying about.
Just remember, it's gunslinger diplomacy. It's you
It
pulled your
is.
coat back and showed your pistol. Or you're the homie that
both.
lifts up his shirt and shows off his pistol. You're brandishing the weapon in a threatening manner.
Yes, I know.
Okay,
Yes,
I like it.
it's a
So
family heirloom.
I like it. Go for it. Let's see what happens.
Which gives me 2 successes and a threat to the results of the next social check. Oh, you get there while I'm trying to read. That's rude.
You guys have had
Let's see,
great
trying to make friends
diplomacy
and
with the
infantry.
security forces, and now somebody's like threatening with a bow and arrow. I'm going to shoot you.
That was rude while I'm trying to read the description to you to click that before I could get up there.
How rude.
All right.
I mean, it doesn't hurt either that none of these guys have ever seen your species before.
All right, so we're doing deception. All right, ready?
Yep.
So that's 2 successes, and so that's 0 successes and 2
two
threats.
threats. So, needless to say, your guys' bird friend starts doing the whole, it's a family heirloom, and flashes the bow, like I'm going to reach for an arrow. And needless to say, he is detained. And unless somebody does something, he is not walking out with this necklace that you all are like, what necklace? As they're pointing at the necklace, they're like, hey. And you guys are like, where'd the necklace come from? Because we were doing surgery when that was lifted off the body.
Well, basically, I'll go over and I'll say, look, you might be well enough to let this one go, guys. He's very touchy about his heredity. I don't know. He took the thing either, actually. So I'm saying, like, we've done you a huge favor here. He's a tough combatant. He worked very hard. He has a long line of he has a long, proud lineage. I suggest you let this one go, guys. And then we'll be on our way. You guys can take over here.
Okay, go ahead and give me a charm roll.
Oh, it's more like coercion, like telling them what to do.
That sounded very nice and not giving them orders. Do you want to give the security team orders?
I was kind of going more for that. Like, look,
Okay.
leave this alone. Like,
Yeah, he's jumping on the same,
So, needless to say, your friend is being taken off by security to be medically checked, is what they call it. So, make your roll and see if you can intervene on his behalf. Get like 3 advantage so he can take home his shiny thing that you've never seen him have his whole life.
Where's that stupid? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Now remember, when you first landed on this planet, you guys had no real authority here.
Well, I'm playing on the authority where we just cleaned up a big mess of you guys, so...
Yeah. And we're Keleres, so yes. Don't forget that.
Oh!
Well, that failed.
Ah.
Okay, so we can't take the thing home with us, but can I at least get him out of custody?
Yeah.
You might be adding to the custody. Oh, no.
You give orders, and basically one of the higher ranked security guys totally gets right up in your face, and he's like, Keleres, you have no authority here. Step back. He was attempting to take ancient relics from this facility before they can be properly safety screened and documented.
What do you say?
I know nothing of this. I just know that he helped take care of the problem for you.
And Trakar take 2 strain, by the way. As he's just like, your friend's just going to be talked to.
Rude
and
takes 2 strain.
What's that?
Oh, you want You need to take.
You had
Well, okay.
you had 2 threats, yeah.
Okay. I thought you were
That's
using them for
that's
something else.
no. That's the bumping you get for being taken off by security. As they're like,
Okay.
don't worry, your friend will be deposited at the ramp of your ship when we get this all sorted out. And he's just like, you barked orders at my people. You need to step back into your lane. He's trying to be very politically correct in the you need to step back, sir. The brandishing the weapon was not acceptable. I don't know how the Keleres allow you to operate in your sector of space, but brandishing weapons on duly deputized security people is not acceptable.
I'll concede the point.
I would like to use that whole distraction of everybody focusing on the bellicose combat monkeys to surreptitiously slip a gravitic converter and control antenna into a storage box in my environmental uniform and just quietly walk out with them.
Okay, go ahead and give me a deception or skullduggery.
I would like to assist him.
You didn't want to assist me? Come on.
Oh, no.
Let's see.
I'm cunning.
Keen sorcerer information.
So, is there any upgrade that you would need there?
I mean,
As you totally look at him and go, psst, put it in my pocket.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got 4 cunning for skullduggery-esque things.
I've got 3 cunning. I've got 3 greens in skullduggery.
Okay, so it add a green.
Yep.
With them helping.
Okay, and a blue, and I used a story point, and this is gonna.
Now, where are you getting the
Go,
blue from?
great.
Because the green would
No
be from the
blue,
help.
just a green.
Oh, no blue.
Okay.
Sorry, my mistake.
Wasn't sure if you had a bonus to something
No.
nefarious. As he's like, psst, put it in my pocket. They're watching to see if you'll put it in your pocket. They're not watching other people's pockets.
Exactly.
Go ahead
Are
and...
we ready?
Yep, we're ready. Boom. You two,
Okay.
like a bunch of smooth criminals, are stacking your stuff away, and you're like, thank you for the distraction, you guys.
That worked out well.
While you idiots were busy threatening security personnel on their own planet.
After telling them, by the way, there was a super weapon on your planet you didn't know about, but hey, we're going to give you the keys. And sadly, Keleres High Command is like, I'm waiting for a report. I wonder what they're doing on that planet.
I've only been here like a day. Give me a break.
Yeah,
I mean, it does take like 2 weeks for communications to get back and forth.
And we send out preliminary reports.
Yeah, which will totally
Like
arrive
yesterday.
in like, 12 days.
No, yeah, that's
Okay, so you guys basically are given access to your ship except for your feathered friend. Security will gladly bring him to you once, he's been debriefed and checked for medical. Medical
Could just
check.
live without him.
They use that phrase a lot, you notice, for medical check.
cavity search.
Oh,
I'll also leak a little bit of that treatment to the Mentak Coalition as a beware of who you're working for, kind of thing.
and you definitely notice they did scan all of you just in case to check for cybernetics. Totally something your medical officer there can confirm that, yeah, we all just got med checked.
Oh, and I one other thing, I did make it very clear that these 3 were survivors, and give them a good explanation of how the thing would get removed.
They will give them the best care that they can, and we will definitely debrief them once they are conscious to tell us what's going on from their point of view. But we definitely thank you for your service and for saving the planet. You guys totally get like a little weird, awkward mixer. They have you come down to the security office and give you a thank you. We love Keleres party. Obviously, the off-staffers come in for the party because they have to. It's mandatory. Percy and his security officer friend have a nice little tete-a-tete. Something about that cat purr, man, just melts people.
That's all right.
Indeed.
The urgent flight will hear of your transgressions.
And just like clockwork, after you guys are thanked for your service, they ask a little more Q&A about the technology in regards to the brain spikes, because they're like, what the fuck is this shit? We've heard that those guys exist, but we've only been connected to the galaxy for like 2 years. What the fuck is this? Is there anyone else that shoves spikes into people's skulls to take them over?
Well, I mean,
That's pretty much it.
yeah, they're
I mean-
pretty much the only ones.
Anybody could, but not everyone does.
I mean, like, the only
And-
other people that really have the expertise be doing that with cybernetics is, like, the necrovirus, but, like, they're more of a consume the flesh and turn it into raw materials kind of threat.
I can leave behind, since I walked out with the command spec, I can leave them one of the regular spikes that their scientists can
Well,
study.
They've got them in all these other dudes.
Oh, that's true. So I won't give them anything. I'll just write up in the most scientific languages possible. I'll write up a brief for them.
And I'll write one that's totally, like, completely intelligible about how to get the things removed.
Because your fellow Hylar on this planet are insanely interested in this technology. If it could be used without integrating completely, this kind of technology could be used for a light age increase in communication. I mean, it's almost near instantaneous communication, which is unknown of in this galaxy. We could use this to communicate with all people on the planet if we came up with a less severe version of this. You like the idea when they say less severe.
And it could improve care for the elderly. No, because you can release the dopamine and you can balance the brain chemicals.
That's
Can
true.
reduce dementia and See?
Tell
See,
them what
good.
to do so they don't do wrong things. Yeah, okay. I understand.
Every time they make a run for the exit, they get a fear release. Why do I fear afraid to go outside every time I reach for that doorknob?
Therapeutically induced agoraphobia.
And think about it, with the L1Z1X, I could totally just see the scannable codes, like the menus and stuff. They could totally use those as graffiti for messages or commands. That could be terrifying. I mean, we've already seen in the cyberpunk movies where they totally use the scannable barcode as your cyber eyes go past it and you could be hacked. Go to this website. Do you want to open that website? Of course you do.
SQL table injection hack.
So you guys are pretty much well taken. As you can see, Percy tried to do his diplomacy thing with a lot of charmingness, but for some reason they have a little bit of an off taste, but they don't hate you guys. They're just still terrified that a bunch of newbies showed up on the planet within 3 days, found some kind of uber super weapon, and why wasn't security totally involved after they pulled out a metal stick out of one of their basically viceroy's skulls? With their triumvirate, the fact that you pulled the spike out of her skull and she's still recovering in the hospital because it's, again, only been 3 days. And she's like, what happened? You were just butt monkeyed. It's okay.
So we're all asleep at the wheel.
You weren't under the influence for very long. That's the good news. And you have a superior brain.
The bad news is you did drive, and so you're gonna have to spend time.
Gotta go to these classes.
We don't know what you did last summer, So you guys have accomplished the mission. You've sent the communique home as you guys are expected to basically head back once the mission's accomplished. Do you believe the mission is accomplished is the question. Or are you wanting to stick around and poke around some more?
I want to make sure that the people who were admitted to have their spikes removed were taken care of. I want to make sure that at least there was a reasonable effort putting into freeing them.
From what you're hearing, they're putting in a reasonable amount of care and concern for them.
Okay.
Especially when your tech guy explained the nature of the spikes and how they could basically subvert someone's free will. They're going to give these guys the benefit of the doubt once they've removed the cybernetics. Or attempt to, as the case may be. There's some more high roll that are very excited to poke into someone's head and pull things out.
It's not just me.
I think that's everything I was looking to accomplish on the mission.
So, no amulet, right?
So, yeah, they basically are politely saying thank you, no, to taking the amulet off-site. They're hoping the amulet will provide them more information about this location. Because that's kind of what it was used for, is to get in the facility and start activating the device.
Yeah, but they don't know even what a damn gene sorcerer is, so... Alright.
Well, they know that they know what the L1, X1, are, so they're getting the idea of, oh, this is the ancient empire's device, so it's got storage of information. We really want to read this stored information that we do not have access to. Because thanks to that amulet, they'll have information now.
Yeah. Wasn't most of the stored information removed, though?
No, that was in the facility.
Oh.
Yeah, the amulet basically is like a savant. It gives a blue dice to any lore information regarding to the gene sorcerers. Right. So this is like prize grade A shit for them because it's intel that they have nothing about other than the historical records that these guys used to exist.
Yeah.
Of course, then again, people were told our planet used to exist and then we got wiped out of the history books. So never trust when someone says, if the planet's not on the map, it doesn't exist.
That's like saying, if I can't see you, you can't see me.
Yeah,
I'm invisible every time I close my eyes. You can't see me. So, of course, you guys definitely get 20 experience because you did complete the mission. And you did it without destroying the device, even though it's now in the custody of somebody else. I mean, that was probably going to happen either way, unless you just buried it and left it lost. And
since we're on our ship to get out of there, I'm sending all the information on what's on this planet, the weapon, the amulet, to Argent Flight, so...
Ooh, okay. Argent Flight may have a flock show up here just to try to secure the site themselves.
Yeah, because they have technology and weapons
if nothing
against
else,
the
they're going to be
sorcerer.
interested in that amulet.
All of a sudden...
Well, that and the weapon against the gene sorcerer as well, so...
Bunch of Tengu ninjas show up.
Coalition.
A fleet of pirate ships and a bunch of Tengu ninjas that just go vit, vit, vit with their bows. So you guys have definitely succeeded in the mission. In your character sheet on your bio, if you have your goals listed, I have highlighted them and given an asterisk to let you know if something has been completed. If you don't have your goals on your character sheet, you probably should put them on your character sheet. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Mine's under notes. Mine's under notes.
Mine's also under notes.
Mine are on the bio, but there's nothing You didn't do anything on it.
You may want to refresh your page to find out.
Oh, okay.
Because if you're
Mine's
looking at an
under-
old copy.
Maybe.
Mine's
Mine's
under
on the-
notes too much.
As I
Mine's
pull up
under
the ship,
other.
and I pull up the ship, and I'm like, why am I pulling the ship up?
That's a good question.
Because it looks like a character name. Well, no, it doesn't. It's Barrel of Monkeys.
Barrel of monkeys.
No, it's still benchmark 0 out of 6. Nothing's highlighted.
Then you failed.
It's under notes.
None of mine are highlighted, but that makes sense because none of mine should be highlighted.
Yeah, no change.
So what are they supposed to be under?
Up on your bio is where I thought everybody had theirs, but if it's in your
That-
notes, I'll have to go through your notes to find it.
Yeah.
Up on
Well,
your...
mine's right at the top.
So
It's
mine's
just
under
too much.
character description other. That's the wrong spot. Where's... Oh, up under bio right there. Okay, yeah. Okay, I will put those there. I mean, I don't think we touched mine anyway, but...
Okay, that's weird. So,
Did we not hit
Evan,
save?
yeah, Evan, get out of yours real quick. It could be because we had two instances open at the same time.
Okay, got it.
So
out of
close
it.
yours out real quick. I was trying to be all sneaky and do it while you weren't there.
Do I close out a roll 20 too?
No, just close out of the character sheet.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Let me know when
As-
it's safe to go back in.
As you guys are back on the ship and heading back,
Yep. So I've even noted on the notes like some of the stuff I've done. All right. So where? So they have a list of talents. Oh, 54? 53. Okay.
okay, you should see it now.
Alright.
Oops.
And don't forget 20 XP. You guys get back to high command and debriefed. As the high command says you guys did a good job. They're just concerned that they would have preferred if you would have brought the corpses back for study. As well as, if you kept the location secret. But hey, you had to call in local law enforcement. That's understandable. Especially since technically it's not part of the Alliance. So technically you guys don't have any badge flashing ability on this planet. Hopefully the next planet you won't have that problem.
And they didn't even let us take out a necklace that we brought in with us. You think they were going to let us keep a corpse?
On like 20 of them.
As all of a sudden our high roll shows his dossier of what he did in the hotel room. Bisecting the body. We are not getting our security deposit back from that hotel.
No.
To be fair, that's only the second most disgusting thing that occurred in one of our rooms.
Right?
We need to bring ponchos and plastic. Why do you need ponchos and plastic? Don't ask.
Oh, it's after midnight. I gotta get going,
Yep.
guys.
All right.
Thank you much.
You
I'll
guys
catch y'all
did
later.
great. I got to admit, there was some awesome rolls there. I'm just going to say. And then there were some really, really rough rolls.
Yeah, there were.
Yeah.
on both sides.
Stupid stuff.
And then I felt so bad every time you took a shot. He's like, minion, minion, minion. I mean, that is what they are there for.
Like, I was sitting there watching that for the second time. I'm like, he's just gonna do it again, and it's gonna be the funniest thing I've ever seen.
I know, I even pinged the minion to just like, you see this coming, right? Tell me how you're spending all those good rolls before I throw the minion and say, fuck you. Some of the worst destruction of player agency ever. Great roll! And useless.
Wasted.
I was just picturing the minions as bards.
We will die for the master.
Well, I'm glad daylight savings time only has me 2 hours ahead of Tucson now instead of 3.
Hey,
Right.
there you go.
Agreed.
And it makes it easier for our Pacific Coast friend over there with his extra hour in the night.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only
Right.
11:15.
You can still do stuff.
Yeah. Well, not much. I'm old, but yeah.
Whatever.
You can get one show in on streaming service right there.
Yeah. Or I can do a little quest in 7 Days to Die.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go.
I haven't played that one for a long time. Just been a bunch of updates.
I just recently discovered it, so it's brand new to me. I'm enjoying
Awesome.
I've had that for a long time.
it. Yeah. Yeah, it's fun.
Alright.
Jim, Dave, game tomorrow?
Yep.
Tomorrow, I will not be available.
Salvage. What?
You're never available, Dave. You're
Well,
literally
right now.
never.
The Marines have had their birthday. It's time to get back to service.
Yeah, you can't still be hungover from that. Come on.
Wow. He's
You
never
can,
partied with
but-
me, let's see.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot and have a good night.
Yep.
All right, have a
Yep.
good night, guys.
Bye.
Night all.